Hello and welcome to a very special session for Kingdom of Springkeep. I'm the host and DM as always, Michael, and I don't think many people know this, but tomorrow being October 5th, is actually the 1 year anniversary of us playing this little game. So first of all, I want to thank all of you for being here and sticking around with me through this adventure. Last time when we did our in-person session, I already gave everybody dice for gifts, and some are being used tonight, and if they go poorly, well, that's not my fault, that's dice. So today we're doing something a little special, though, to celebrate the 1 year. We're doing a one-shot that's going to be focused on Keku, whom we have not seen for a little bit. And I think that's all we'll do for this introduction, and I welcome you tonight to the Kingdom of Springkeep.
I wish to guide people, like the stars guide me.
If you like stepping all over everyone and being confined to the tiny little role.
Of course, we've had a few drawbacks, I suppose. I don't know. It'll be worth it. I know it will.
But I believe that we are in a birdcage, as you would say.
It won't happen again, right?
Okay, so this story is going to take place with a new set of adventures, although Keku, of course, is here, as I stated. Since our party has left the great city of Arton, a few things have changed. The city outskirts and farms have been overrun with wild animals, peaceful and aggressive alike. Local hunters, as well as collectors and poachers, have made a great quick fortune on the number of hunts they've been able to make, even more so as farmers need their crop and cattle protected from the more dangerous animals. The big mystery plaguing the area, aside from where all these animals have come from, is the source of the red-eyed beasts, stronger animals, more dangerous than their regular counterparts, that are far more aggressive and deadly, and why the red eyes seem to move between them like a sickness. The castle came to a quick decision. As hunters dwindled the numbers of bears, wolves, deer, and more down, the problems could find themselves doing far more harm than good for the local ecosystem. So a quick law was put in place. No killing of any animals without explicit permission from the advisor Tebru. And it's early morning when we find a familiar face, Keku, pushing her cart with a job listing in hand. Keku, would you please describe your current attire? How have things changed since we last saw you?
So Keku pretty much looks the same, except you now see that she has her usual green cloak on, but you can see now that it is finely lined in wolf fur. She has a very fancy looking bow strapped to her back that is engraved and carved with like what looks to be gold, and you notice that her quiver, her little yeah, it's called a quiver, right? Yeah, the bag that holds her arrows is beautifully also engraved, but you see that there is a little etching in little like embroidery of a little stick figure Kenku holding in the hand of a small human with Delphi's little signature on it. Yeah, that's what she looks like right now. Okay. She looks fucking good.
So, Keku, it is still early morning. You have made sure that Delphi has been able to get off to school safe and sound. And you start making your way outside of the castle, not the castle, outside of the town walls. It is not too far. The posting you found managed to give you a pretty exact location, and as you're coming up, you see ahead of you what you assume is the farmer who posted this notice. Though they aren't dressed like the other farmers you've usually seen, he seems to be in like a semi-suit attire with a wide-brimmed hat, very proper, back straight, and just looks very clean, more business-like than working class-like. However, he is not alone. Beside him are two figures. Matt, could you please describe for us your character tonight?
Oh dear. Okay, so Gilla is a halfling, is red hair, slightly tanned from being outdoorsy. He wears a giant helmet just because he could not properly find one to fit his head. Wears hold on. Kind of a brown vest, has a green scarf around his neck. And he's a ranger.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Amel, would you please describe...
I'm here?
Yes, you are here.
You should really tell me where I'm gonna be first. Yes, hello, how can I help you?
Please describe your character.
Yeah, okay. Her name is Fleer. She is a small herrington. She's a rabbit. She's got two-toned fur, light brown and lighter brown, with a big yellow bow tied to the back of her head, short, round ears, blue eyes, and is currently wearing a brown and white smock.
Aw, very cute. So, the three of you have made it here first today. The posting, as you had all received it, was to have 6 adventurers come out to help the local farmer take care of some animals that have infiltrated his farmland. You wait a few moments before a much taller figure joins all of you. Jericho, could you please describe your character for tonight?
Yeah, okay. So I am playing a half-orc named Billion. She is she's 7 foot, holy shit. 7'4". She's got long white hair. She's absolutely shredded. Like, picture full JoJo character, muscled from head to toe. She's got a ripped up sleeveless jacket, obviously to show off her guns, and just the biggest maul you've ever seen strapped to her back.
Very nice. You take your place alongside. Clearly people are waiting for some sort of more instruction or for more to show up. And after just a few more minutes, one more does join your party. Rose, if you would please.
Ciara is a water genasi and just the most piratey pirate you've ever seen. Full ass, just like straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean pirate garb. She's got long dreadlocks that seem to be made out of water. Big fins protrude out the side of her head that you can assume maybe work as ears. And she has this giant grin of like almost shark teeth. She's got like a little pirate hat that's got a starfish on it, and she walks with this like purest, like just confidence. Doesn't seem to have any weapons or anything, but she walks over smiling like she owns the place.
Very nice. And so this is our party for tonight. You all wait a few more moments. As I said, the posting requested 6 and you're only 5. The farmer kind of looks around at you all before looking up at the rising sun, kind of stamps his foot for a little bit, and just kind of sighs. Well, I asked for 6, but I suppose you will all do. Thank you for taking this notice. I am very pleased that someone is willing to come help the little folk like me. I have had a number of my cattle slaughtered by this animal infestation that I need now to have an end put to. And here you are. As I stated, you'll get 30 gold each for coming out here today, and I will give you an additional 10 per each beast that you slay.
Have you seen what kind of beasts they are?
Bears, wolves, I don't know quite what's out there today. I assume that is the normal for right now. I have currently tied up and locked up all of my sheep and cows in whatever structures I could secure on the farmland. It's a bit of a wide range of area, but should suffice so you could eradicate what's out there. Any questions?
None at all.
Sorry, hold on, I need a second.
Same.
No worries.
Get over Matt's voice.
Damn it, why did anybody say anything? I was holding it together.
It's a great voice, Matt. Thank you very much. I love it a lot.
The beat one voice, I'm losing it.
Don't ever
Just don't
change.
expect it to be consistent.
No, that's fine.
Dude. Perfect.
Can't fucking breathe. Go on without me.
If there are no other questions, then you are free to wander my acres until you find the beasts to which you can put an end to. And when you are done, you can come back to me. I will be here most of the day.
You just see Keku raise her wing into the air.
Yes. Yes.
Keku question.
Go ahead.
Keku question. Keep fur.
By all means, I want them gone.
Keku keep.
If you wish.
Keku keep.
Okay.
I just waddle on over and I take his hand and shake it. Keku.
Kind of shakes it alongside, kind of confused on how you hold a giant wing. As I said, if there's no other questions, you are free to roam the land as much as you wish. And I'll see you later with... Oh.
Are we like outside of a fence or anything?
Yeah, yeah. Currently, the roads are... The kind of small pathway you have is lined with trees to block wind and noise. Well, I guess not really noise. It's not like there's cars. To block the wind, it is currently a fenced area, and you can kind of see fields of mostly wheat. But beyond that is kind of more hilly with some grass, which would be feed for the cow and stuff.
How big is this field? Like, is it quite expansive?
There is a number of acres here, and there are a couple tree lines that you could go through. It's, if you want to like think about the farmland in total, there's probably like 5 different sections to it. But it's not like it's not like it's enough to cover like over a day's worth of walking. It'd probably take you an hour at most to cover from one end to the other.
Ciara will hop the fence to get into his field.
Is there any cows?
Make a perception check.
Oh. Please be better than Kashana's. Yeah.
You perceive the cows.
21.
21. Looking out into his farmland, you do not see any cows. If you look behind you at what you assume to be other people's areas, you do see a couple cows here and there.
Keku. Is the farmer here?
Yep.
Keku goes back up to him. Keku cow!
I believe you are a bird.
No, Keku cow.
Those.
Cow.
Oh, those ones
Cow.
aren't mine.
Keku cow.
No, protect the ones in this fence.
Are there any in this fence?
Keku.
As I said, I put them in structures, barns, and the like that to keep them from the animals. I know they're out there. I found another dead cow this morning, so I know they're out there.
Do I see a barn? Is there a barn nearby?
You do see one nearby barn.
Okay, I walk over to it.
Okay.
And I fling the door open.
There are cows inside and some sheep.
Keku. And I will cast Speak with Animals.
Ooh. Very well.
And I wish to go up to the nicest looking cow.
All right. You find a nice, very it's a brown cow that has a very soft looking face.
Keku. Keku, hi.
Hi.
Keku, unexpected. Keku, hunt. Not cow. Keku, hunt. Grrr, scary thing. Keku.
Grrrs. Don't like grrrs.
Keku. Keku wants to know where Keku Gur is.
The cow looks at you and kind of turns around and kind of shoves their head in a direction inwards of the farmland. Grr's there.
Keku know how many?
No.
Keku, cow to describe? Cow Gur monster.
Big. Brown.
Keku.
Small. Gray.
Keku's just like, huh. Keku, thank you. I pat their head. And I leave, and I don't close the door.
Good.
Good.
And is everyone still together?
Ciara hopped the fence, but she's not she hasn't run off yet.
She's on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, she's kind of pacing. She's waiting for everybody.
Keku.
So-
Did you learn something?
Keku.
That
Did you talk to the cows?
Keku speak to cow.
What did cows say?
Certain animals are quite intellectual.
Keku smart.
Yeah, exactly.
That's debatable.
Are cows smart?
Hey, I didn't get your name. She looks at the boy in the hat.
Cat boy.
My name is Gilla.
Gilla, perhaps you respect your crew for this task.
I go up to Gilla and I'm like, Keku! And put out my little wing.
Well, hello, Keku.
Keku! I
I
shake
think
his hand very hard.
I
Now,
think I've seen you bringing some furs in.
Keku, nice fur. And I play with my cloak.
Hunter, perfect. What did you learn from our cow friend?
Keku name. And she just points to you and is like, Keku name.
Alright. I'm Ciara. Ciara the Grizzly.
Keku! And she'll just turn to everybody, one by one. She's not answering questions.
Begging your pardon, I'm Fleer.
Flower. Keku's flower.
Close enough.
Named Billion, like the dollar. Okay.
What's a dollar?
That's the thing I said.
I believe they use gold in this land.
I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Can you not
Oh.
have 1 billion gold?
Yeah, exactly. Monetary value.
Yes. I like it.
Billion a lot?
Oh, billion.
Oh,
is
I'm pretty
lot.
sure
Quite a bit.
billion's the most. Can you get higher than 1 billion? No.
Keku can count.
You count to
That's
a
very
billion.
good, darling.
Keku learned from Cow.
How to
Yes.
count to 1 billion.
Keku, yes.
Cows are really smart.
Smart cow.
Did the cow know what we're looking for?
Keku gets, tall and
Sure.
short. Keku
Sure.
get brown, gray.
Arg. Sounds like we're hunting multiple beasties.
But I promise you that the brown one wasn't me. I didn't do it.
I would hope not.
Good.
You don't seem like the meat-eating type.
I've had crickets before.
How do we know it's not one mega bear? You ever thought about that?
How do you
Sounds scary.
how do you explain the multiple sizes?
One bear,
Arg.
many, just combined, just all at one time, all one, like lots of bears, many different sizes, all
That
attached,
sounds fascinating.
like a mega bear.
You know what? You figure that out. I'm going to go set up some insurance in front of the barn. I'd like to go.
Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to cast a cordon of arrows in front of the barn door.
Okay. I don't know what that does. I've never heard that one before.
You plant 4 pieces of non-magical ammunition, arrows, or crossbow bolts in the ground within range and lay magic upon them to protect an area until the spell ends whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet of the ammunition or the first time on a turn or ends its turn there, 1 piece of ammunition flies up to strike it.
Very
Creature
nice.
must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 piercing damage. The piece of ammo is then destroyed. Spell ends with when no ammunition remains. It has a duration of 8 hours, so...
Okay. Very
What
nice.
stops that from hitting the cows?
When you cast the spell, you can designate any creature you choose and the spell ignores them.
Okay, there you go.
That is fantastic. All right. You have laid basically a grenade waiting for any wanton animals to walk by.
What happens if I throw a stone at it?
It's not a creature, is it?
Is it a creature if I draw a smiley face on it?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Would Onotace know if stones are creatures?
Never heard of him.
So, you've gotten some information. What would you all like to do to start your search?
Ciara is very antsy at this point and just like starts taking off across the field.
Keku.
Wait,
Well,
I'm thinking, is there like a forest somewhere around here?
Not really a forest. It's like
The lay of
the
the land.
the sections of farmland are sectioned off with lines of trees. So it goes like the main road to travel between the farms, fenced area, trees, and then roads, like dirt roads around for easier travel within, and another fence, kind of like a dual security. If the farm animals get past one fence, there's a line of trees and another fence in their way.
Okay, well, Billion's gonna go look for a mega bear over by the trees.
Okay. Do you climb the tree, or are you just kind of going in the tree line?
A tree line.
Okay, you can give me a perception check. Or survival, whichever you would prefer.
Okay. I forgot that normal people have really bad stats. We'll do perception. It doesn't make any difference. 6.
6. You're looking around, looking for a mega bear. And unfortunately, you don't really spot any sort of mega beasts of any type. In another acre over, though, you do manage to spot like some birds kind of taking off out of the trees.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go over there. Just see more trees.
Yeah,
Only
like
where-
across
There's only one place that mega bears could be, and it is obviously
in the trees.
area.
Yeah, obviously, mega bears, mega beasts. They love trees. That's what Keepa was all about.
I mean, no, not Keku.
Does everybody follow Billion, who has now decided to make her way across the field?
Is it in the direction that the cows had kind of pointed Keku in?
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody just
well,
went in 2 different directions.
I can't believe we're splitting the party this soon.
If you would like
Might
to.
be-
Oh yes, Ciara is already running.
yeah, if I
in
see
the other direction.
if I see I'm going in the opposite direction, I see everybody else. She'll kind of like pivot and catch up.
Okay.
Keku,
do you bring your cart with you?
no, I'm gonna leave I'm gonna take the cart a little bit of ways, and then I'm gonna plant it down and be like, Keku, stay. And then I'm going to follow the direction and watch Billion do whatever they're doing. But I would like to be looking around for like either tracks or scat, or something that I can track. And if the creature is a beast, I have a thing for that because it's my favorite enemy.
Oh, I thought your favorite enemy was elves.
Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, you get more?
It's beasts and elvish.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know there was 2.
Yeah, beasts.
Okay. Yeah, roll, I guess, survival plus advantage then.
Okay, that's good. Oh, I rolled the same thing. Well, that kind of sucks. 18.
18, not bad. Yeah, you do manage to find a set of tracks heading towards the direction that well, actually you find 2 sets of tracks. Some are heading off to the direction that the Billion was headed, and others are kind of going off in the other direction, not to the direction Ciara was heading, but kind of more towards, like, they're staying within this area.
Okay, I'm gonna just flag down the rest of the group and be like, Keku, find!
What is it that you found?
Keku found tracks. 2 tracks.
What kind of tracks?
Can I tell what kind of beasts they are by the tracks?
Make a nature check on that one.
20, flaccid 20.
20, wow. Yeah, so in recent times, you've done a lot of hunting. You've made quite a pretty coin lately. You recognize the bear tracks and wolf tracks.
Mm-hmm. Which one was going towards where Billion was headed?
Bear tracks.
Okay, so I'll point out the different tracks.
And there are bear and wolf tracks sticking within the same area. Like the other path. Yeah. You can't quite tell how old these are, though.
Keku found. Keku bear. Keku wolf.
Now those tracks track.
Well, that explains the different sizes and colors then.
Not a mega bear. Tragic.
Disappointing.
Bear.
I was actually really excited for a mega bear.
Keku no sad. Keku find mega bear.
It's fine. It'll be fun anyway.
I should let you all know I'm not much of a fighter.
Don't you worry. I've got you covered.
Keku good shot.
She does that thing where you
Billy's just
slam
gonna-
your fist into your hand.
And Billy's just gonna flex behind her, not saying anything.
I'm quite nimble with a dagger.
Keku good bow.
Don't seem quite capable.
Flower pretty.
Well, thank you. Very kind of you. But what I can do is support. I'm quite good with a couple of weapons.
I just take Flower's hand. I'm like, Keku's flower.
She agrees with the farmer. She's not sure how to hold a wing.
Y'all figure it out.
We hold feather. It's soft, very soft.
Keku molting.
Yeah.
I've done that too.
Keku. I just pet her.
Yes, Rose.
Is there like loose, like bits of like big branches from trees and whatnot in this area?
As you make your way towards the middle of the, this is the wheat field that you're starting in. There isn't really any big branches or anything. As you get closer to where those birds were, you do find some larger branches and brush, as well as a broken fence.
Is one of the fence posts from the broken fence lying near it?
Yeah, it would be nearby.
Ciara kind of picks it up and throws it over her shoulder.
Keku.
Why are you picking that up?
I need a good weapon.
I mean, I guess
Do
this is
you
good
not
weapon as any.
carry one?
I prefer to improvise. It makes a fight more interesting.
Keku have. And I just pull out my staff and I just hold it out to Ciara. Keku give.
You hold on to it.
This reminds me of a caber toss. You should throw it. It'll be really cool.
When prompted, she chucks that son of a bitch. Just woof.
Wonderful.
Nice distance.
Yeah.
Now you don't have a weapon.
She'll pick up on the loose branches.
Do we notice if any of the tracks are getting more fresh as we're kind of like, because I'm assuming we're following them.
Yep, make a
Mosey.
survival check.
Also, can I try to hear if that fence post hitting the ground caused any like commotion with animals?
Yeah, make a perception check on your end on that one.
I have a question since I'm still tracking my favorite prey. Do I get an
Yep.
advantage?
Yep, continue with your advantage.
22.
22. Yeah, these ones seem a lot more fresh. However, you're also seeing that there's this set of tracks that's heading out and another set of tracks leading in.
Keku tracks separate.
It's 18 on my end. for perception.
So the log lands with a loud thud, and you hear some birds squawk and fly out from the trees.
Keku.
I'm gonna watch those birds fly.
They are booking it.
Oh my. Probably stretch next time.
Keku, which tracks?
Well, we didn't pass anything. Perhaps we follow the ones going out.
Keku agree.
Arg.
Out as in... Well, technically, depending on where you stand, out could be both directions. Which way are we going, left or right?
Away from the cows. Is my suggestion.
I'll follow. Head up the
Whatever
tail
we're
end, if you
tracking is
will.
probably sleeping right now, just because it attacks at night.
We'll have to wake it up first.
We get to jump on it.
Ah, that's no fun.
Can I tell which ones are which still? Like, or
The fresher ones are heading outwards.
yeah, but are they like the bear or the wolf or both?
There's still a mix of both.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't make a bear. Maybe it's half wolf, half bear.
How many
Cat dog.
blasted beasties are there?
Cat dog.
Would you like to take a check to see if you can figure that out there, Mel?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be a survival.
Okay. 20.
20.
Blessed.
You are looking at all the tracks and everything, and some kind of overlap of it, so it's a little hard to get an exact number, but you definitely know there's more than 3 here.
3 of each, or just 3 in general?
You know there's more than 3, probably less than 10.
Helpful. There's more than 3, less than 10. Whichever way you go, I will follow.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, I guess we follow the tracks, or we're taking the ones going out, right?
Arg.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tracks that you're following head out into the next field, which is still kind of not really wheat as much as like not dead grass, but like taller grass. So it's not really green anymore, but more feed for animals. They kind of head down towards the right hand side. Anybody make a perception check.
If we
No,
pass-
Somebody, me. Me too.
No, you know what,
Me
do
too.
it.
Like, not me if you want it
Can
to be
multiple
good.
of us do it?
Yeah, if you want, make perception
I have a-
checks.
if we
I have
pass,
advantage on perceptions.
if we
Nice.
pass my fence post, can I pick it back up?
Yeah, you can pick it back up.
I got a natural 20, Michael.
Nice
I
for a
got
total of.
17.
I got a,
Or I need to math.
I got a 21.
25,
Nice.
I think. Because how do you add your proficiency to it?
It should already be there.
Add it on the sheet.
Okay, then it's 25.
So, those of you who went perceiving as you walked into this new field, you hear off in the distance the sound of baaing of sheep. And I'll say Keku and Fleer, as more animal-like entities yourselves, you can tell the sound of a distressed animal.
Keku.
My ears flatten in response.
I take out my bow and I just start marching my ass over.
The fun part, Ciara takes off.
Is Ciara trying to be a little stealthy on this, or is she just like, go?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Everybody be careful now.
She saw
Zillion's gonna follow Ciara.
She saw Keku prepare for combat and was like, "Oh, hell yeah!"
Okay. So
Don't scare them more, please.
as you are heading the way down this small road-like thing, you see ahead a building. Not a huge building. It's smaller than the barn, but you can definitely now tell that that's where the baaing is coming from. And what you see outside of it are 3 bears. And I'll pull you guys over to this map.
I do want to say
Amazing.
when Fleer said, "Don't scare them more," she just got a big toothy grin in response.
Oh, Lord.
Rows of teeth.
And
Like a
as you
shark.
guys are heading up towards this, you'd be coming from the left-hand side. I'll let you kind of think about this a bit more before you try and engage. The map's not big enough to say where you might stop when you see the bears, and when you get close enough, you can see the indentations of wolves in the tall grass. I'll let you guys kind of decide how you want to handle this as you move in. The bears are currently like bashing at this building.
So then this here in front of us is a fence, correct?
Yeah.
And this would be like troughs?
Yeah, and then
Right
a
here.
wheelbarrow, and there's an axe and a stump ahead, and some rocks. Though I don't think anyone here is Onates who specifically needs to pick up pebbles.
I mean, I could.
I don't remember how to put my character on the thing.
Drag
Drag
from the name.
Yeah, drag from the name.
Yeah, thank you.
There,
There
you
you
go.
go. So I'll let you.
One day I'll get okay at this.
You're
So
doing
I'll
fine.
let you guys kind of figure out what you want to do before you maybe just run in, Ciara.
That's entirely what I want to do.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna let everyone else kind of. I'll think about this for a second. Or we could just roll initiative and see what happens.
I just want to fight. I vote for fight.
I guess we'll get fucked.
Okay.
I also vote fight. I'm gonna follow Ciara.
Okay.
With the right idea.
So let yourselves be where you want to be as Ciara and Billion jump the fence and get within melee range of a bear.
Thinking of the
Okay,
bears from
great.
Dragon Age, like, no!
You're trying really hard to make it sound like a bad idea, Michael.
Hitching
How
on
How
bears
tall is the
suck.
fence?
It's probably like 5 feet.
Oh
Oh,
god,
Good.
it's taller than me.
I just
didn't.
step over it.
I did. Yeah, me too. I didn't mention Ciara's.
I walk under it.
Also, I just
Ciara's
noticed my
maybe
map isn't
yeah,
quite
she's
the
3
proper
inches
size.
shorter than Onate. She's 6'3".
I don't know why
Michael,
Roll20 is
did
doing this. Yeah, I'm moving the map because the map's not the right scale I see now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell us when you have it to the right scale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm suddenly over the fence.
You guys can obviously readjust
I'm a
after.
bit
I don't know
on
why
the fence
Roll20 is
about it.
doing this today. And by today, I mean, there we go. Now it's the correct size. Jeez.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Kinda right there.
I didn't mean to make a giant map, but I still wanted to at least cover the screen.
No, you're good.
You're so good.
Shit,
dude.
shit happens, man.
Let me move these guys back in. It's also still not quite right, but that's fine.
Are we rolling for initiative then, Michael?
Yep. Can all roll for initiative. I will put in the turn order. I will grab.
For fuck's sake, Keku!
Let's go.
Fucking roll in these big ass numbers comes to Keku's turn. Never mind.
I rolled another 18, so 25 for me.
Excuse me. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. When you're on a chicken bender, grab a box of chicken tenders. Bok, bok, bok.
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody have theirs in? Not yet, Fleur.
What? Oh, I'm supposed to do it myself? Okay. Sorry. I said it out loud, so I just kind of assumed you were gonna do it for me.
Oh, wow.
Mubby.
Descending, make sure no one has any duplicates. We don't! Oh my god, this is great. What a day.
Because it's new.
What a day. No, I mean like any duplicate numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, we do. Billion and one of the bears.
It's
Hell
true.
yeah.
We do?
I'll fight a bear.
Oh, we
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah.
Billion.
Sixes.
Sorry, I'm blind apparently. What's your dex score?
Mm.
Come on, Ro. Oh, whoa,
Mm.
Whitey.
Jer?
I know, I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like 2 steps behind.
In their defense, they were speaking.
Yeah.
The mumbles, the good little mumbles.
Grumble grumbles.
The grumble grumbles!
Okay, it's 5.
Your dex is 5?
No. No, it's my saving throw. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. It's a 2. 14? What am I trying to say?
Okay,
14.
it's a 14. Okay.
I have my sheet set up different than Lore's, and I have it almost backwards because I messed up something when I was setting it up.
Okay,
So
then we're
I'm like,
actually
where
all
is
good.
everything? Okay, sweet.
So, I guess we are now getting into combat. Top of the round, Fleur.
I need to get my cat off my desk. Okay. That was way harder than it needed to be. Sorry. He was right on my dice. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. For my first thing ever, I will, can we use Tales from Beyond? I'm gonna pull out my deck. My deck is always in my hand. I don't know why I said that. She flips the card. Boop, 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 because this is how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so bonus action.
Okay.
I get to roll a d8 to determine what I get. And that is from the spirit table. Okay, I rolled an 8. Okay, so an 8 is Tail of the Phantom, and the target becomes invisible until the end of its next turn, or until it hits a creature with an attack. A creature hit by the target while invisible takes necrotic damage equal to a roll of my Bardic Inspiration die, and is frightened until the end of its next turn.
Oh, wow.
So
Who-
I get to choose.
Yeah, who would you like to make
have
invisible?
that. But first I need to make sure those people are within my range. No, okay, so I need to hop over a space. Can I stand in the trough?
Oh, absolutely. It is currently empty.
Hell yeah.
And I want everyone to know that the distressed sheep are bawling from inside this building the whole time.
Double check. Okay. Okay. Just double checking that it is within. Okay. Who wants it more? Jer? Or Rose? Like,
I want it. Give it to
you want to be
me.
invisible? Okay. You
Yeah.
called first, so Billion will get, and that's my action. My action is to bestow Billion with this tail.
Hell yeah.
You are
So
now
I will-
invisible.
Yeah, I read the card. It's a 10 of daisies. Have fun with that.
Thanks. I'm just
And
learning on my
you're-
actions. I can do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So then you're invisible until you either attack or the end of your turn, and any damage you do also has an additional necrotic damage.
And just so you know, the 10 of daisies stands for fortune, safety, and well-being.
Oh.
Oh, I love that.
Anything else, Mel? No?
I'm sorry, I'm just rereading the thing. Damage equal to a roll. Yeah, so it's, yeah. You would, I think that's my, where's my, oh my god, I have too many tabs open, sorry. I don't like one-shots because I don't know how to do anything with this character yet.
Well, we'll see if we get back to them at some point.
Is my Bardic Inspiration die? Where does it even say that? Where does it tell me that? Yeah, okay.
That I don't know.
We'll
I'm
figure
gonna
it
bring
out.
up your. I'll bring up your sheet and I can take a look.
Okay, it's okay because it's gonna be a while until Jer gets to take their turn, so I'll just keep reading. You're good. You may proceed.
Okay. That brings us to Ciara.
She just runs in, rages, and then like baseball swings with one hand because she's cool. She's got a shield in her other hand. Just like swings this fence post into the back of this bear.
Okay. Make your attack, and Mel, it's a D8.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought it was, because that's what I had to roll to get the thing.
Does a 16 hit a bear, Michael?
Oh, a 16 hits a bear.
Okay. First attack. Would you say a fence post resembles any type of weapon?
Probably a club of some sort. Like a great club?
Sure. That means my damage die is a d8.
Are you going the beast route for Kiryu?
What?
Oh, that's a Yakuza thing. Sorry.
Okay.
One of his attack modes is like a beast, and you literally are just picking up everything around you and start swinging it at people.
So, yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. First attack is 12 points of damage.
Nice.
So just slam this fence post in the back of the bear. And then I take it and I swing one more time.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 16 on the die. That hits.
Yeah, 16 hits.
That's another 12 points of damage. Bam! Bam!
Wow. Okay.
She's living. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, so you slam this giant fence post into this bear twice, and it just kind of like crumbles down a little bit with a growl, and turns around to face you. However, we now have this wolf behind. The wolves kind of perk up a bit at what's going on, and looks around. And it is going to... Let me see. Yep. This wolf... Oh, can't. Because you're invisible. Never mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't see
Invisible,
Billion.
but
Gift.
Which
yeah,
unfortunately
truly.
means that dice roll I just did takes us to the halfling.
No! He's on the other side of the fence. Does it count?
It's going to... let me double check its speed. I'm pretty sure it can make it. Oh yeah, 40 feet.
40, I don't know.
5, 10, 15, 20. It's on... Whoa!
Oh no, it elongates.
It became Byzantine. It runs for... and takes a bite through this fence at you, Gilla.
Would that count as like half cover or some shit?
Quarter cover. Which I believe... How much does quarter cover add to your AC?
Good question.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah,
I have no
D&D
idea.
5. I'm Googling. I'm Google.
I got
Google.
it.
+2. No,
Well,
that's half cover.
There is no quarter. There's no quarter. There's half cover and 3/4 cover.
Oh, there's no quarter? That's weird.
There is now.
Well, if half cover gives a +2, I'm going to say a 1/4 gets +1. So
Okay.
that's what I am saying right now. I am rewriting D&D. So it takes an attack. 15.
Just barely hits.
Oh, sorry. No, that's a 14.
Well, with the +1 for quarter cover, it misses.
Then it missed. Its jaw comes through the fence and tries to snap at you before its body gets stuck in the fence
baby.
posts, and it just kind of shakes itself out and kind of just hunches down, protecting its neck from you. Oh, reloaded that page by accident. Unfortunately, we move around to this bear. Ciara, sorry. The other bear turns around and you see its eyes glow red. It's going to stomp over. And it'll take a swipe at you with its claws. Does a 24 hit?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
3.
+5. So, 8.
Half because I'm raging.
And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm bad at those.
You're making
Not bad
Rose's
when I-
characters do wisdom saving throws. Knock it off.
I'm not bad when I roll like that. 18.
18. You feel something kind of like course through you for a second, but you just quickly shake it off as it rolls, as it swipes at you one more time. 14.
Misses.
So it takes one swipe at you, takes its other swipe and misses and just growls.
I growl back at it.
Nice. Billion, you are invisible. There is a wolf in front of you, kind of like trying to get at your small little halfling friend here.
Listen,
And there are, and
you
Ciara.
guys can't see it. You guys can't see it because she's invisible. She really wants to fight a bear.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go for the bear. Yeah, she's like mouth open, like so excited. She wants to fight a bear. I'm going for the bears over here.
Okay.
Will you reach?
Yeah, I
you-
can reach. I could go
It's just
wherever
because the
I want.
invisibility will drop at the end of your turn, so...
Or when she
Wait,
attacks,
how
which she
far-
is absolutely going to attack.
Yeah, I'm absolutely
Okay,
gonna
just
attack.
checking, just
I
checking.
can literally fight any of these bears. Wait,
Yeah,
Thank
you
God.
can definitely
Fight
rage
away.
over those.
I could
You
fight-
could reach any enemy.
hold on.
Oh, I straight up couldn't see this. Okay, I'm pretty
can
far away.
fight
Let me zoom in.
Anything.
Okay, I see the lines now. We're good.
Right, well, I'm gonna go over and fight one of these bears. Just beelines, but you can't see it.
No, you can't see it at all.
Nope.
You, although, Ciara, you do hear the thudding of footsteps, very happy sounding footsteps coming behind you.
The grin gets only wider.
Hell yeah, I've always wanted to fight a bear. She attacks with her mace.
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
The one in front of her. This
Oh,
one.
the one I gave
One-
livers to.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your attack.
We all know that
Okay.
post isn't properly treated.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do? It's a... What? Help. It's a
want
5.
me
I don't know. Who can help me?
What did you roll?
Yeah.
Dice, that's my problem. What am I supposed to get?
You roll a d20 to attack?
Yeah, I got that. I got 16. What
Okay,
am I-
so
what do I
16
need
plus
to hit?
6.
What are you attacking with?
Oh, okay.
So it's 16 plus 6, so that's a 22. That definitely hits a bear.
Sweet. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right.
Now you can roll your damage, which is 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Okay, and you can roll your. Do you want me to roll the?
Yeah,
do I
you
have to
roll-
the
you roll
bargains? Okay. Okay, just checking. Okay, that's a 7.
7. This bear does not look like it's
Necrotic.
having a good day. It like turned around to face the fish woman, and then suddenly no one can see this happen. Well, everyone sees this part happening when suddenly the side of the bear's head just goes straight to the side as it is pummeled by some invisible force, and then a split second later the form of Billion with her follow through is in the space there.
Can I do a bonus action?
Yeah, you can do bonus
Can I-
action.
Can
you
I
should
do-
have a second attack with your main action still. You're level
Yes, you do have 2 attacks. You're level 5, you have
yeah.
2 attacks.
I should have probably prefaced this before even starting. I have no idea what I'm doing with a monk at all. I thought I could just read this and be fine.
Yeah,
It
at
is
level 5 you get 2
completely
attacks.
Yeah, if you like, are you using D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay, when
But
it says where it says your actions, it's in like little red print. and
Yeah,
it shows like your
totally
dart.
did say it.
Yeah, it says attacks per action. You get 2.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Mhm.
I only
Yeah,
know
as you get
Overlord
higher up, you get more
Lionette.
things.
It's the only monk that I know.
Yeah, so you'll get
don't know
two
anything.
attacks per 1 action.
Hell yeah. Okay, well I'm gonna
So you can punch him again if you want.
I'm gonna punch him again. Not with my mace this time. I'm just gonna punch him with my fist.
Okay.
You feel it.
By all means.
So that's what's 13 plus 6?
19. That hits.
That hits. All right, cool. Ooh. It's an 8 again. Sorry, the dice went out of my
So, this bear having a great day gets sludged with this mace, and as you spin around, you hit it with your fist, and it just crumples to the ground without even any thought.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Oh no.
Okay, well, can I, not as a bonus action, but can I just high five Ciara?
Yeah, I'll let high fives be free action.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, is that considered I know it's technically a bonus. I'll use my bonus if you want.
No, we don't have to worry about that Duke number anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, I bonus action and high fiver. Hell yeah!
Okay.
Clap in the background.
You guys making short work of these bears.
Bear.
Bear. If that's it for you, Billion, it is now Gila's turn.
Okay. I can actually do shit, unlike Zin.
Oh, Zen's great.
Well, first you're dissing Matthias all the time. Now you're gonna take shit pots at Zin? Leave him alone.
I mean, Zin gets one action. That's it. He has no bonus action.
Wait till next level. I'm pretty sure almost every class gets a second attack at 5th level.
4 years from now.
So,
Nope. Spellcasters.
first thing
go.
I'm going to do is cast Hunter's Mark at level 1 on this wolf in front of me.
Okay. It is marked.
Then I am going to take a swing at it with my dagger.
Okay. Take a swing at that wolf.
Mathing 14.
14 hits.
Whoop.
Actually, still would, because it would probably have the same quarter cover as you did, but it still hits.
Okay, so that's a d6 plus a d4. Plus 3, 9 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Okay.
And then I have a second attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was not kidding when I said I can actually do shit with Gila. So I take another swipe at this wolf.
Okay.
And it's another 14.
Okay. Don't even bother rolling, because you can't roll low enough to not kill it.
I mean, minimum damage would be 5, so yeah.
Yeah, no. You kill this wolf. I clearly didn't plan this out for level 5 characters. That's fine. This is fun. Anything else, Gilla?
I'm having.
Nope, that's all I can do. Boy, that felt good.
Okay. This bear that still has been just bashing at this shed of some sort turns to its companion that has now fallen, seeing Billion standing there, and takes a step towards you and is going to take a bite. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah. Does a 21 hit? Yeah.
I have to ask.
Wow, that was rude though.
That is 9 damage.
Okay.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Michael. Hmm. 12.
12? You're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I know
I
you're
just see that I have
fine.
a minus. I have a minus in all my stats.
However, it does make another swipe at you with its claws. Oh, you're good. A 9 does not hit you.
No.
No. You're fine.
I miss Jack of all trades.
Fair.
Okay. So now we have another wolf. Keku, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
This wolf is going to... I'm going to roll to see again since they haven't been attacked by anyone. It quickly wraps around and is going to take a bite at you, Billion.
Rude! This is her saying this, by the way. She just hates it, but not really.
I'm going to say the 22 hits.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Sorry.
I don't care. You can kill her for all I care. She won't die. She won't let it happen.
So that's 8 damage. 8 damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okie dokie. That one's good. $21.
21. Oh yeah, you're good. It pounces at you and takes a bite trying to knock you to the ground, but you manage to shove it off of you and just stand your ground against it. Keku, you are up.
Okay, so what have we damaged so far? Just the ones that are dead?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
From what you could tell the wolves are a little squishier than bears.
Okay, well then I'm gonna hunter's mark this wolf up here as my bonus action.
Let me hunter's mark it. Teddy, you're okay. No, that's not your hunter's mark. There's your hunter's mark.
Okay, and then I am going to... I'm gonna take out my longbow and I'm gonna take a little shot at it.
Your fancy new longbow?
Yeah, it glistens in the sunlight.
Yeah. Keku has spent a bit of money on this new bow of hers.
Yeah, I did. That is a 14.
14 hits.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I need a... where is it? I need a D8. I need a D6. Somewhere. Oh! So I rolled an 8 and a 6. And my D8 and my D6.
Wow.
Full damage. Okay, so that's 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Okay, let me roll something here.
Yeah.
5. Okay. So what you see, Keku, is this one wolf charge at Billion, and you see the other wolf that was with it start heading into the same direction. You pull back the string on your bow, let loose, and just as it starts to jump out to head that way, it gets struck and falls down and is just dead.
Holy shit! Really?
Keku didn't hit it. It just did that.
It just gave up.
Yeah, it just floated.
Wolves aren't particularly like super beefy. It's just when there's a lot of them.
Like 20 of them?
Yeah, like 20. When there's 20 of them, it can be a little rough. But when there's only 3 and they're not beside each other, attacking you one at a time, they don't. Yeah. They do go down pretty quick. However, doing max damage on a creature with 11 hit points.
Holy shit!
These bitches don't have pack tactics right now.
No, they don't. They kind of split up. Maybe acting a little weirder than normal wolves do.
I'm going to use my last shot on the other wolf.
Okay.
Caw. Okay, that is a 27.
Oh yeah, 27 hits.
Alright. That's 11 points.
Wow. Yeah, like I just said, these creatures have 11 hit points, so you know what? You just decimate this wolf from behind.
Amazing. Keku! And then I'm just going to, just step on over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as I pass by, I'm like, I just high five Fleur, and I'm like,
Any high five from inside the bucket? High five.
She's a little bucket baby.
Bucket baby. And that's my turn.
Okay. Fleur.
Lear is now in the bucket, so she's just gonna hop. Hop. Okay.
Hip hop, a hippie did a hip hop.
Let's see, what do I want to do? There's so many things I can do.
I have a teddy on my lap.
Good. Good.
He's the DM now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last turn. Use my bonus action to roll.
Right.
Ooh. 7 of carrots. We'll figure out what that means in a second. I almost rolled the wrong thing. Okay, so I have to read stuff. Just a second. Okay, so I rolled a 3, and 3 is the tale of the beloved friends.
Aww.
Yep, the target +1 creature of their choice within 5 feet gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration dice plus your charisma modifier. So nobody is really within 5 feet, but I can still move. So I still have movement. I will do that. Okay, and I'll give it to Keku, because she's right next to me. She's the closest. So let me roll you some points. Okay, that's full points. That's an 8 plus my charisma modifier, which is a 4. So
12 then?
yeah, you got 12 temporary hit points. And that
hell
should
yeah.
last you... it doesn't say that it goes away, so it'll probably go away at the end of the fight.
It's probably till the end of the day. I don't know. That's up to Michael.
I believe temporary hit points last till a long rest.
Okay.
Let's fight more shit.
I believe.
So 7 of carrots means a sudden outburst.
Yeah, I mean, she did just have a sudden outburst. Anything else?
No, I can only have 1 action per turn, so...
Okay.
And it costs a bonus action plus an action to do that.
That seems a little rough, but...
Yeah, but it's got some good shit for it. you
Yeah,
know?
that invisibility thing, really good.
Very cute. I like it a lot.
If you're done there, Ciara.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Seeing bodies drop around her, this is her element. She looks at the fence post in her hand, and she drops it to the ground, and she's just gonna take her hand and reach into the bear's mouth and like yank on one of its teeth. It's an unarmed strike.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking one from the dead bear for a weapon.
No.
That would metal elbow.
I'm gripping onto one of the living bear's teeth and pulling down.
Okay. Make your attack.
Oh, that flaccid 20.
Yeah, you hit.
10 points of damage.
Very nice.
As a bonus action, because I have the Tavern Brawler feat, I'm going to force it to make a contested athletics check with me to grapple it. As I grab onto its tooth and pull.
Athletics is strength, I believe.
Yes.
You're getting in a fight with a bear. Okay.
Yeah. I have
what's
advantage on
your strength?
Well, it's an athletics check.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what your strength score is.
18.
Okay, you're not stronger than a bear. I'll let you take a pick. Would you like my DM dice, my crystal dice, or my heart dice?
You know what? I'll take your heart dice.
The heart dice? Okay.
And I get advantage because I'm raging.
It doesn't have an athletics score, so I'm just going to give it strength modifier.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really good.
That was a 12.
I got a 22.
Yeah, so you beat the bear.
I grab onto its tooth and I pull in and I get like really close and I just go and then with my second attack, because you can break them up, I just like open my mouth and just like bite into its cheek. It's like
Okay. Make a bite attack.
Shock. 17.
17 hits.
Cocked. 9 points of damage. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay.
Can I just say, Billion, watching this happen, living for it.
I've got it. I've got its tooth. And since I'm grappling and its speed 0, so it's not going anywhere.
No, it's not going anywhere.
And I just like, she just cackles. Just.
All right. Anything else, Ciara?
Nope. I'm just holding this bear by the mouth.
Speaking of which, it's that bear's turn. So its movement speed is just 0. It doesn't have anything else going on.
No, just its movement speed 0. It could use its action to break the grapple if it wanted.
Well, it certainly doesn't want to do that, as it wants to bite you back.
Do it. I want you to. I'm into it.
Okay, so its bite misses.
I
And then
pull my hand out. And
yeah,
then
you
put it
pull your
back.
hand out just in time, and as it's like reeling to get another one, you grab the tooth back again, and it takes a swipe at you. Fuck me. 12.
Nope.
You're keeping it held too strong and able to dodge out of the way of its attacks. Billion, it's your turn.
They don't call me the mother bear of the ocean for nothing.
I love that. Can I hit the other bear? One that's closer to me?
Yep.
Can I unarmed strike it, but can I headbutt it? Ease.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That is a 12.
12. Ooh, I accidentally closed that tab instead of switching to it. So give me a second while it reloads.
It's okay. Everything went weird for a hot sec there.
There we go. 12 hits.
Alright. Cool. That's a 6.
6 damage. Very nice. Do you make another attack, or do you want to do I'm looking at your options here, since this is the first time I've dealt with a monk as well. You can do your flurry of blows, patient defense. That's as a bonus action, so you could technically still do another unarmed strike or your mace and still do a flurry of blows after. Did I drop or did Jer drop?
Jer? I think we lost Jer.
Looks like we lost Jer in the middle of their turn.
They're typing. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
said.
Just get disconnected.
Yeah, we can wait.
Gives me time to think of what I'm doing.
Just make sure Jer knows to keep track of their key points.
They haven't used one yet.
Yeah. I'm also on their page, watching.
Yeah, that's
making
weird that they
sure.
don't have it listed under, like, on the bonus action page.
No, it's under other.
Yeah,
Key points?
yeah, I know. Like, it's just weird that they list like the key point uses under action or under bonus action, but you need to go to other to actually keep track of it.
Other or limited use is even more slimlined.
Yeah.
It does the
Everybody,
same thing to me
I've
with Bardic
returned.
Inspiration. Yay, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Can y'all hear me? I'm on my phone now.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Because I have to wait for my headphones to come back on. My computer just decided it wasn't going to have Wi-Fi at all. I had to use my hotspot. So I
Oh.
will
Oh no.
switch back. I will switch back over to my headphones in a second. So
No worries.
Take your time.
sweet. Yeah, I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi is just decided to shut itself suddenly.
It's okay. So you did one attack. So we were just quickly looking
I'm
at your
gonna-
page. So you can, it looks like you can do a second attack plus use a key point as a bonus action to make 2 more attacks. So you can actually take 4 attacks in your turn.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand key points. So I'm just going to explain it to me in a minute here. But I'm going to punch the bear, and I got a natural 20.
Oh my god, double your
right
dice.
as right as the Wi-Fi kicked out. A natural 20.
Okay, roll your double dice, so that's 2d6 plus 3.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's a
half-orc
6.
also
That's
have
a
savage
9.
attack.
Half-orc also has savage attack. You get another d6 on
Yeah.
top of that.
Oh my god,
Yeah, okay.
3d6
That's
plus
what
3.
I thought. That's what I was like. That's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah.
do they have savage attack?
No, I was confirming. Yeah. You
Thank
were right.
you.
Okay,
I
wait.
was like, was I loud enough?
I was confirming.
What do
you're
I
right.
get?
Half-orc have a feature called savage attack. When
Mhm.
you crit, you get to add another damage die on top of what the crit would normally add. So the crit makes your 1d6 2d6, and then savage attack makes it 3d6.
I'm not seeing that listed in her feats.
No, it's at the bottom. I'm looking right
I
at it, Michael.
don't
Oh,
think
there
you
it
are,
is,
but
yeah.
I believe you because I did see.
Yeah, so 3d6 plus 3.
Okay, cool. Like I seen it when I was making the sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Get that 3d6 plus 3 on. I'm not gonna lie, I rolled 3d6 just for fun, and I got 2 6s and a 5.
Jesus.
Yeah, same. Well, that's another 9.
Another
That's
9.
The 2. Yeah, just added to my other 9. So 18. Is that what 9 plus 9 equals?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well 18 then.
18 in total on this attack.
Yeah. What
Okay.
happens to the bear?
I mean, it's
Punch it.
still up. If you want to use a key point to do flurry of blows and make 2 more attacks, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I marked a key point use for you. You can make 2 more unarmed strikes.
Thank you. So it's first one's a 15.
15 hits.
So that's 6.
Okay.
And the second one is a 3, which I'm assuming doesn't hit.
No, a 3 doesn't hit. So you managed to just give an incredible, like, roundhouse. Actually, no, that headbutt was the crit, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so the headbutt crits. And then you managed to take some really good shots on it again. Just powing into this thing. These bears are not having a great day, as you can tell. Anything else from you? I guess not, unless you wanted to move, Billion.
Nope. I'm just gonna stay here because I want to punch it again. If it survives that long, but it
Gilla.
won't.
Okay, so eeny, meeny, miny. I'm going to bonus action move my hunter's mark to this bear.
Okay.
Then I am going to take out my longbow and take a shot at it.
Okay.
16.
16 hits.
Okay, that is a d8 plus 3. I miss having sneak attack, though.
Yeah, but you actually hit.
Yeah. Ouch. But 5 points of piercing damage for that one.
Very nice. Take another shot.
Yep. Ooh, that's even better. 26.
26 hits.
Yeah. And that would be 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else from Gia?
Oh, shit.
Gilla?
I didn't, I have Hunter's Mark on it. I didn't roll my
Yeah.
d6 on
Roll your
those.
d6.
So, first one was a 1 and a 4.
Okay. Anything else from Gilla?
Nope.
We move to the bear that just got pummeled by this half-orc.
Head bunted.
Yeah. It is going to take a bite at you again. That's a natural one. So it absolutely misses, and as it like rears back, it gets tall and swipes down at you. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 10 damage.
Oh no.
Not doing great.
No, no.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's That's a 9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
So, what everyone else sees as Billion takes his swipe is their eyes start gaining a red glow. And Billion, you just feel so angry. You've never been this angry before in your life. And as you're looking around, you see Gilla. And you've never wanted to hurt someone so much before.
Oh no. I'm gonna kill this poor Ellie. Alright, what do I do?
That's... Nothing happens for now until your turn.
Okay. Oh boy.
Keku, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark onto this bear.
Okay. Oh. Wrong button.
Or
okay.
not. That's fine too.
Yeah, no, I just... That's not the right thing. Why is my scroll not working on that page? There we go. There we go. Okay, that was a big struggle.
Alright, so I'm gonna take my first shot at this bear by Ciara.
Okay.
27.
Yeah, that hits.
So I'm going to use my fuck, let me find it. Colossus Slayer to add another D8 to that.
Okay.
Where is it? Where's another D8?
Is that when you attack larger creatures, I imagine?
No, it's once per turn. When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra D8 of damage if it's below its maximum HP.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's great.
So that would be a 14 piercing damage.
14, okay.
And then it's still up.
Oh, yeah.
My other shot will go to this bear. 17.
17 hits.
6 for Hunter's Mark. And that's going to be a... Mathing is hard. 14 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Again.
One thing I forgot there, Billion.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to add 33 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say how many points do I get taken off? Because I. Fantastic. All right. Cool. Maybe I should get possessed by a bear more often.
And that's it. I'm not gonna move.
Okay. Wrapping us back around to Fleer.
Many hmms. Jeez. Was it like a spell?
Would you like to take an Arcana check to see?
Is that a full action?
That would be your action to check for magic. Actually, that'd probably be your bonus action.
I'll accept it. I will do that. I will take an Arcana check.
Okay.
Flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20. So as you're concentrating on magical energies around you, you do see some sort of aura encompassing the forms of the two standing bears and Billion.
Okay. Okay, if that's a bonus action, then I would maybe like to use my action to cast Dispel magic on her.
Okay. Let me read rules of Dispel magic. That's not how I spell magic, but that's fine.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, sure.
It's a C, not a K.
Yeah. It says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. The range is 120 feet. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. It says for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus of the spell's level on a successful throw. The spell ends.
Okay. What level are you casting this spell at?
3rd level. It's not at any other level.
Okay. I'll need you to roll that DC.
Okay. So it's just a 10 plus?
Choose one creature. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. You need to make so you need to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So you need to make you basically are making a spell attack.
Okay.
Well, it wouldn't be a spell attack, it'd be a wisdom check. Because you don't use your spell attack bonus, you use your spell ability modifier.
Oh, spell ability. Okay, so D. So
sorry,
D.
it's charisma for her, not wisdom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's a 14.
You got a 14?
Well, I got a... No, it would be a 14. I got a 16. As in, like, my
okay,
charisma's
yeah.
a
I'm
plus
just
4.
mathing here. Okay, so you cast Dispel magic. How do you cast spells? Give me a little description of how Fleer casts spells.
Shuffles her deck.
Okay. So as you shuffle this deck, this sort of bright glow comes around Billion, and you see the magical aura fade away from her. Billion, I want you to get rid of all that temporary HP.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
But you are
Let's
no
go back to
longer
my 6 hit points.
so angry.
I prefer not to be pummeled, thank you.
Oh, we had no idea who she was going to attack.
Yeah, well, still.
I haven't been that mad since I went to jail.
I assume she was
Ew.
looking at...
Anything else, Fleer?
I'm gonna ooh and ah at the fact that Billion has been to jail. Okay, now I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, Ciara,
Thumbs
it's
up
your
at
turn.
Flair, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I read the initiative wrong. I was like, there's a bear before me. So the thing I was going to do, I don't have to do anymore because Billion is fine.
You're welcome.
So I just look at this bear that I'm holding on to, and I really, really enjoyed that headbutt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And I hold on tight to its tooth, and I just slam my forehead forward.
Okay. Make your attack.
I don't think this needs to be said.
Natural 20.
Wow.
I don't think
Okay.
this needs to be said.
Who
but
knew?
Billion's losing her shit. It's like, oh.
Okay, give me your damage.
Can somebody say backstab me?
Wow. Keku, can we get some sound effects?
14 points of damage as I slam my head into this bear's.
Oh man, this bear is not looking great.
I take my other hand and I grab onto its other tooth, and for my last attack, I just want to rip its jaw downward.
Okay.
I might not kill it, but
Yeah, no, make your attack.
pull down. Blasted 20, I think.
Yeah, that hits.
I can't math.
They're big targets. They don't have a high AC.
7 points of damage.
7 points. Very nice. Anything else from Ciara?
I'm just looking this bear in the eye with like the maniacal frenzy of someone who's enjoying the fight way too much.
Uh-huh.
We'll see if this bear craps itself.
Yeah, we'll see if it does.
You're gonna punch it in the arm.
It's gonna take itself
Oh my god.
a swipe at you with its claws. That's a 21.
Oh, that hits.
Wow. This is the second time I've rolled this against you. That's
8 again.
8 damage, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Have the 4. On account of my Angie. Whoa, jeez. Floor dice don't count on 19.
19, you're good. However, it does now bite at you. That might hit 13.
I mean, if a 14 did and a 13 doesn't.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. I can't remember what I've rolled against everybody.
That's fair. I like to imagine she doesn't pull her hands away. It bites down, but she's so into it, it just doesn't hurt her. She's just...
Which wraps us back to Billy, and Billy, you're no longer super angry at Gilla.
Good.
Yay.
Oh, Ciara probably would have
That
said
shit was
something
crazy.
probably would have said something to Billion about, like, being worth their weight in gold.
Billion just goes, hell yeah, again. And is like, whew. Glad that's done. Guess what she's gonna do?
Attack a
Punch that
bear?
other bear again. Yup. Listen, there's 2 things I can do, and one of them, punch a bear. The other thing, hit it with a large metal stick. So,
Yeah.
you know what?
Are you going to make another 4 attacks against it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'll mark that key point for you.
Thank you.
So
I did find the key point section, by the way.
Okay.
So I have been marking them down too, but I do appreciate it.
Okay, so make your first attack.
It's a 14.
14 hits.
Sweet, rad. Cool. It's an 8.
Okay. Make your next attack.
It's an 8.
8 does not hit.
That's okay.
Key point use, you get 2 more shots.
Alright, cool, sweet. That one is a 19.
19
I'm
hits.
assuming that hits.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Okay. And last attack.
It's a 19 again.
19 hits.
It's only a 4 though.
All right. Well, both bears are looking pretty beat. But they, even though they look beat though, they haven't lost any of their ferocity and are still just fixated on you.
Okay, well, this time I'm gonna disengage. I will die if I get hit by another bear.
Can you disengage? Or you're just going to run
Yeah.
for it?
Skin disengage as a bonus. Oh,
Okay.
She used her bonus,
will
so...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just I'll just use my thing. Don't
Okay,
have to...
It takes an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's fine, I'm just gonna move over here. Yeah.
And it does
That's
hit.
fine. Okay, how much?
That
how
would be
much?
its swipe, so 2d6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 5 is 10.
Alright, well, I'm dead now.
Not dead, you've gone unconscious.
I was trying to save myself. Did not work.
Billion falls after pummeling this bear.
Just falls backwards. Just like a
Tired
stack of
boy.
potatoes.
Or girl, you know.
Okay.
I know.
Tired child.
Gilla.
Okay. What do I want to do? Cure wounds is touch, so
You could run up in front of the bear.
yeah. Well, let's see. That bear has Keku's hunter's mark on it, so yeah, I'll run up and use Cure Light Wounds on Billions at 2nd level.
Okay. Roll for the heals.
1 sec. Let me mark my
Wait.
slots. What?
Never mind. Billion, you are up. You have 1 HP.
As
Oh, I
you're a
have another
half orc.
HP.
When you are reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead.
Yes.
You're a
Okay.
half orc.
I've also never played a half orc before.
No,
Never
that's
mind.
fair.
Gilla,
yeah.
you can take
No,
back
no,
that
no. I
movement.
appreciate. I appreciate everybody helping me.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm-
still going to heal.
Okay, you can still heal her then.
You gain 10 points back.
Yeah.
So you're at 11 HP.
Quick question.
Yep.
Would she be able to move to where she wanted to be before?
Yep.
Okay, so she doesn't have to stay like...
No, you don't have to stay there, so you can have moved back and Gilla if you want to be behind her instead of in front of her.
It's checking.
Yes,
You-
please
you-
don't put your tiny halfling body in front of the bear. Please be behind the buff orc lady.
Mm-hmm. Now I can take 2 more, or take at least 1 more hit now. Yay!
Yeah, well, let's see.
Please don't hit me again.
Okay. So that was in action, so I use my other action to shoot the bear with my mark on it.
Okay.
I don't think that's
Oh.
how that works.
Is
You
Cure
only get
Wounds...
1 action.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
not.
Is Cure
Just
Wounds a
because-
bonus action?
No, it's
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's an
Sorry. No, if it was a bonus action heal, then yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
Even with my messed up rules that I've made.
Even with Michael's bastardization of the game Dungeons and Dragons.
Listen, it's more fun for spellcasters. I played Quill. It sucked.
Spellcasting hard sometimes.
I use the same rules. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm done.
Okay. That is the bear. Well, I'm glad Billion came up.
She's okay.
She's okay. It takes a bite at you.
Again?
Yeah, sorry. That is a 16.
Yeah.
Oh. 6 damage.
Okay.
I rolled
That's okay.
the least. It does, however, take a claw attack against you, which
Okay.
is 16 again.
Yeah. All right.
So this might have just
much-
been a delayed fall.
Yeah.
Wow, these two.
doubles that.
So I've rolled another 3, and it's the same 1 and 2 on the same dice. That's 8 damage.
Okay. Well, she stumbles back.
And
Thought she
falls.
was gonna not die for a second there. Not actually die, by the way. I just say
Yeah.
it because it's funny.
No, you go
Um,
unconscious.
And then this time, she just falls back.
Tired girl.
Unconscious this time.
Well,
She's sleepy. She's having a great day, but also.
Does she take like the spread eagle, like tired shonen protagonist pose?
and
Oh,
because
you know.
hey, on the plus side,
so
because you
heavy,
dropped,
falls backward.
no issue with the wisdom save.
Hey,
Oh,
cool.
Your turn, Keku.
I won't be angry and dead at the same time. Just dead.
Alright.
if Keku kills my bear, I can go over and grapple that other bear.
Well, I'll attack the one that I have my hunter's mark on first.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's a 20.
20 hits.
Flaccid. Where's my dice? That's 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
How bad do these bears look?
Well, the one you just hit, even though the aggression is still there, it is very clearly like huffing. It now has a couple arrows in it and does not look good physically.
Okay. I'll hit that one again.
Okay.
27.
27 hits.
And then I will use my colossal thingy.
Yep.
Add another d8. Okay, so that's, another 14 points.
14. So, Gilla, you ran up to Billion, healed her. She steadied her feet, and this bear lurched forward and bit and swiped at her, and she fell in front of you. And as you look up at this monstrous bear towering over you, 2 arrows shoot over your head, lodge itself in the bear as it growls, and it slumps down.
Can I have taken out its eyes?
No, because that's an ick thing for me.
Okay. I'm sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was metal as hell.
We can dream about it, Jer.
You can imagine that happen. I'm not going to describe it.
That's fair. That's
Alright, that's what happened, but Michael says otherwise.
fair.
Anything else, Keku?
Can I? Oh, with my bonus action, then can I move my hunter's mark onto this one?
Sure. I'll move Zen over there.
And then I will use the rest of all of my movement to get over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Fleer.
Are we all just gonna huddle around the orc or half orc and heal her? Because
Pretty much, I think.
Everyone heals the half orc while the Ganassi pummels a bear.
It's
I'm
what
sure
the
the
captain.
Ganassi pretty
Ganassi doesn't seem to
capable.
need help.
It's what the captain does.
so capable. It's fine. I'll hop over this wheelbarrow.
Okay.
you know. And I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
Okay, it's... Yes, 2d8. I can't brain.
One day I'll make the little, like, jars of healing.
That was really good.
How much you get?
17. Sorry, I was counting, dude.
17 hit points back to you, orc.
I lied. 18.
Yeah!
Sorry.
18.
Hell yeah!
You're lying on the ground, and this little bunny has her paws on you, and you just feel so warm and loved. Like a mother's touch.
Feel her little claws in you.
Does Fleer kind of like need, kind of like cats do?
Yes, that's what I meant by little claws. Thank you. Yes, I forgot the word need. She's making dough on your arm.
Anything else, Fleer?
Did you know that when bunnies hop, it's called a binky?
Wow.
Like
know
when
that
they hop
now.
in excitement, and that, yeah.
And now I know
That's
that.
it. That's
Ciara.
Well, actually,
Oh,
wait,
never mind.
Theoretically, could I not also healing word?
Yep. By my rules, I have allowed that.
I'll try that. I'm just gonna try and get her up as much heals as I can. I know there's probably another fight coming. Okay.
Yeah, when I hit the bear, I do pretty good.
I'll also
Please
do that at 2nd level. So the healing word is come on, pet lamb, like my nan used to say. That's also really good. 11.
11 heals.
I got a 4 and a 3.
What healing word
Enjoy
do you
your
use?
heals. I just said it, Michael.
Oh, sorry.
You wee pet lamb.
Thank you.
Okay.
She's got the softest face. This is too much for her.
Ciara.
This fight's drawn to a close.
Yeah,
She-
yeah, it is.
She's got both the fangs of this bear yanking on its jaw, and she's been showing a surprising amount of restraint because I haven't been reckless attacking, but this time she's gonna recklessly, and she just how bad is this bear looking?
Whew. Below quarter of its HP.
Oh, okay. She's gonna yank on those fangs.
Okay. Yank away. Are both attacks yanks?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
First attack is a 23,
Yeah, that hits.
and she does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 20 something,
Yeah, that hits.
and she does. Oh, that's max. She does another 10.
So you yank on this tooth. I kind of feel like you have your like arm around its neck as you're like yanking down on this tooth.
I had one hand around one tooth and one hand around the other.
Okay, so you
Pulling.
yank once, and you can feel its like head kind of jolt in an unnatural way. And as you do it again, you hear a snap, and its body just goes limp, and in your hands are 2 teeth.
And she just turns around and thrusts her hands into the air in victory and smiles at her new crew.
Double thumbs up. Billion's glad that she's alive to see that.
Also, thumbs up. If... Bunny thumbs.
So, you look around. Who here is first thinking about the prize money they've made?
No, actually, I kind of forgot about that.
Billion is?
How
I
far
am.
away is my cart?
I got distracted.
Another field
Right.
over.
Okay.
Billion, as you look, you remember that you are getting 30 gold up front, plus you've just now got another 60 gold waiting for you.
Yeah, it's racking the dough.
Ciara only thinks about 2 things, and that's fighting and money. So,
For those that were not thinking about money in this moment, you hear the stressed out bawling of the sheep kind of come to a little
sheep.
whir. You see a window. You see a window in the
Over
door.
this bear.
You see a window in the door, just a bit higher than like the bear was when it was like on all fours. And you
I
hop
can
up.
hop 15 feet
Yeah,
in the air.
you hop up, grab onto the sill and pull yourself up, and you see like 10 sheep inside, just kind of like all walking around each other in a whir, no longer distressed as they can seem to sense that the danger is past.
Oh, you sweet babies. Is there any way I can get in here and give them pets?
The building is locked.
Okay. That's fair.
can I start? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just...
Can
No, I
Gillish
can't
go through the window?
Can Gilla go through the window?
Like, if someone lifted him up, could he go through and
Probably.
like, unlatch it from the inside?
It's not
no,
locked on the
still.
inside, it's locked outside.
Oh.
Like
It's
there's
okay. You
there's a
seem
big
fine.
bolt lock on the middle, and it's got like a padlock on it.
I mean, if he wants to go through the window the fun way, I'll toss him through.
You probably could get through the window, it's just if Gilla can then jump up from the inside.
It's okay. I can see them. I mean, he can go in if he'd like, but
I start-
visuals are good.
No, I kind of misunderstood by building locked.
Oh yeah, no, it's locked from the outside.
Unless Gila asks me to throw him through a building, I'm gonna start stacking the corpses together for transport.
Okay.
That's what I was also gonna do. I was gonna help with the bears and the wolves.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keku, get cart. And I
Buff-
run off for my cart.
hashtag buff girl things.
Hell yeah. Dynamic fucking
At
duo.
this time, Gilla, you sense your magic going off from the initial place that you set those arrow bombs.
Okay.
That's all. You just feel that magic activate.
Hey guys, we might need to go back to the barn. My arrows went off.
Keku's already leaving.
Yeah, Ciara immediately bolts for another fight. She's got both her. She makes sure to pick up her bear fangs, one in each hand, and she runs.
Jillian just got a bear slung over her shoulder, like, yeah.
Wow, imagine having long legs.
No, you can binky.
Off the windows.
Or do you need me to carry you?
Oh, yes, please. I've never been that tall before.
Gives
How fast is everybody?
gives
Like, I can also carry someone.
gives Fleer a piggyback. I have 40 feet.
25.
Pretty sure I'm 30, but I can double check. Yes, I have 30.
How fast is Jer?
40 feet.
40 feet. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you guys are good.
Says you're all
This
running.
is a stupid question, but can this theoretically be a short rest? No, I'm kidding.
No, unfortunately not.
I'm being carried.
So you are all running. And Keku, I imagine since you went off first, you get there first. You get to the barn.
Yeah.
And you see 2 more wolves lying on the ground, pelted with these arrow bombs, unmoving.
Oh, or they're dead?
They're already dead. Those grenades killed them.
Wow.
Is there anything else around?
Nope. Well, I mean, the cows inside that seem a little more stressed out, but are otherwise no worse for wear.
Good job, Gira.
Keku,
I knew that would come in handy.
I go get my
Very
cart.
smart.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I was planning on having just like one more short bit of wolves for you guys to fight on your way back, but man, that's like a smart move. Yeah, I rolled for it. They took more damage than anything, so they only had 11 hit points, and I rolled almost max damage on all those shots.
How'd we just wrecked these animals' days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck all of
I was
it.
wondering if you were exaggerating or not, since it was like 1d6 per arrow.
No, yeah, like 4 arrows. Yeah, you managed to hit over 11. So now you're nearby the cart. There's 2 more wolves here, so that's another 20 gold.
Yes.
You eventually all go grab the rest of the wolves and bears and bring them out to your farmer employer. It's only been like an hour, but
It's been an hour. We've killed like 3 bears and 6 wolves.
Keku's cart heavy.
Keku's heart is filled with joy, but her cart is very heavy.
She looks like she's struggling. Ciara, like, grabs the cart with her and is like, "Arg, let's go!"
Oh my
So-
God.
I figured I was just carrying a bear still.
Jesus, is Fleer still on her back?
Oh, yeah.
Grip for life.
Arg, hold on. This be a bumpy ride.
Do you guys go get your money from the farmer?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 30 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 30 plus 80 for each of you. So 110 gold.
Thank you kindly. The boys are gonna be eating good tonight.
It's
Wait, how much? Okay, wait, what?
80 gold per person.
Hell yeah.
no, it's 110 per person.
110
You
per person.
literally just said 80.
Yeah, no,
30
it
plus
was-
80.
Yeah, it was
plus
30 plus 80 to make 110. He was doing
No,
the
it's
math.
so confusing.
Yeah,
know how to
math
brain.
is hard. It's okay.
It's a small price to pay for my sheep and cows being safe.
Speaking of, I checked on your sheep. They're doing well.
Thank
I
you.
mean, killing bears is pretty easy.
Arg,
It says the one that fell.
Listen!
I
The
spin
killing was easy. Do they hit hard? Yes.
I spin the bear fangs in my hands. Arg, that it is.
Brandon, yes, easy, no. Well, for me at least.
What
Sometimes
time is
easy
it,
things
Michael?
Have consequences.
Right now, it's probably 10
Oh, okay.
a.m. Do you guys,
10 in the morning, we've already killed like 8 animals.
I made 110 gold.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, wow, I wish this transferred over to my other character that actually needed it.
Not a bad day's work.
Dude, go
already.
to the church! Oh my goodness, he's got so much money.
Oh, I
Yeah,
already
but-
picked it up. I already picked up my paycheck for him.
It turns out that all Ganassi know each other. I'd like to go give this money to a friend of mine.
Lord doesn't need any more money. He's fine.
I see Gilla was actually Zin's arrow teacher.
So,
You mean archery teacher? Oh, to have an arrow teacher.
do you guys head back into town?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
As you head back
I'm
into town, you
going
get
wherever the lady goes. I'm on top of her. So.
right. As you make it back towards town, there are guards posted at the castle. Not the castle. Why do I keep saying castle? Just the city walls at the gates. One stops you and says, "Hey! You have permits for killing these animals?"
Keku!
No, can't go back to jail.
Does a farm permission count as a permit?
Looks at their partner
We were
and just kind of
hired.
shrugs.
Do
you,
you
uh,
recognize them? Do they recognize Keku?
You've done this for a little while now. Yeah, you recognize these ones. You don't know their names, but you've seen them and they've seen you.
Keku, hi!
I will persuade them.
Oh, hi, Keku.
Keku.
And
You
not stop
know
me.
the rules, Keku.
Keku!
Did you have permission from the castle?
Keku always have permission.
That's not true.
Keku.
Do you have a
Keku.
permit?
Keku permit.
Can I see the permit, please?
Do I have a permit?
No.
Yeah,
Can I
should
just...
one of the farm.
I'm gonna just crawl out from underneath my little coal cart here, and I'm just gonna go up to him. I'm gonna hand him Keku's for hire sign. Keku.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna walk back and start pushing my cart.
Keku, please. Would someone other than Keku please tell me, do you have a permit for this?
Can you answer my question first?
Oh, sorry. What was it again?
We got permission from the farmer. We were actually hired.
Oh, then perhaps they have it. Can you give us their name, please?
Did anybody get their name?
No, I was hoping
We
you
would
guys
have
would
gotten the
his
name
name.
when we signed up, right?
Yeah. If you want to hand over the sheet, it would have the farmer's name
I
on
would
it.
like to hand over the sheet. Yes.
Okay, so you hand over your sheet, the hire sign. The name on there is Jameson Kentsworth.
Whoa! What a name! What a guy! What a pal! See right there,
Mr.
Pat my
Kentsworth,
claw.
huh? Okay. Well, we'll send someone out there to make sure he got all the proper paperwork done for this then. If he didn't, then I guess we can't really fault you for that. So,
Keku.
if you get hired again to take out any animals, make sure to check to make sure that it's okay.
I take my sign back.
Did
Keku.
the flyer mention taking out animals?
I'm
The
very
flyer
new to
did not.
this.
Okay.
I'm not from around here.
How can we know we're taking out animals if we don't know we're taking out animals?
I imagine you didn't just go out there and kill the beasts. I imagine you said you were hired, so I imagine they told you to.
Yes. Yep. He
Yes,
told
but
us what we were
the
to do.
flyer did say we were going to be killing animals. He was just
Then I
looking for
imagine
adventurers.
if they mention the slaying of any beast, ask then if they got permission.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you, sir.
Yes. You're free to go in. Don't cause any trouble now. Keku, please get these taken care of before they start stinking up the alchemist shop.
Keku. Keku. Keku.
You get into the city. I would like a perception check from anyone from Freya Noon.
I
Me.
can.
Me.
Wait, you
Wait.
could do it. 'Cause if you want it to be good, you can do it.
Wait, where did I say I was from?
Freya Noon.
Okay, I'm gonna make a perception.
Why are we
check.
all from Frey? Oh, I got a natural 20 again on my
We determined
perception.
where Gilla was from.
You can
But I
determine
can't
right
find
now
the
where
brand.
Gil is from if you like.
I mean, if
Oh,
he
shit.
was Zintras's arrow teacher, then...
You
I
also
got
did make-
25,
You made
Michael.
it sound like you were from Arton earlier.
Yeah.
20. I got a 24, natural 20.
Me
Okay.
too, natural 20. Woo!
As you guys are walking through town, and I mean, you've been here for a little while, so at this point, you've kind of noticed. Every now and then, you just see a building or people with a scarf or a flag marked of a dark, swirling silver and black.
No.
Not them again.
Interesting.
Well, they've always been here. But you from Freya Noon don't know if this is an increase in this or what it means.
People flying their flags.
Yeah, what do they call that on a Jolly Roger?
Eric,
So,
I'll have to tell the boys to raise the flag tonight.
so what would you like to do now that you have a number of bears and wolves in
I
Keku's
have to
cart?
go to my supplier.
Okay.
I can't remember, and I don't have my book, so I don't
No,
remember.
that's
where I'm
fair. You
going.
can drop off these animals there for her to eventually skin.
Keku.
I'm helping with the cart, so I'll go with Keku. But I will, on the way, I'll be like, so who fancies a drink?
Hell yeah. Sign me up for that.
So use one.
Do I have anything to do with Delphi? Like, has he got a parent-teacher
He's-
interview or anything? Or
He
anything?
is still in school. He will be for a while.
Keku Twink.
And what did you say? And looks at the bunny.
Oh, I said I'm here with you. I'm still up here. Can't even look
Oh
out
yeah,
on
you
myself.
are. And like look behind. Sorry, you don't weigh very much.
Good.
What do rabbits weigh?
Well, I mean, I'm not the size of a regular rabbit.
No, yeah, it's true. It's just I'm gonna look up what
3
the
pounds.
average is. Yeah, 3 pounds.
Well, I'm just going off the fact that Ciara's buff
Yeah.
is guilt, you know.
I'm just very curious now, since this is a new race, if it has general weight listed. It doesn't.
Might.
I am a small creature though.
Usually small creatures weigh like 50 pounds soaking wet.
I mean, I made Gilla 90 pounds.
Oh, I think that's really heavy for a halfling.
Maybe he's buff.
I don't know.
The helmet.
Oh, neat.
It's yes, it's the helmet.
For the rabbit, you get to choose if you're medium or small.
Yes. I chose small because it's great.
It's adorable.
This tiny bunny mom.
+1 to cuteness.
So for height and weight, it just says player characters, regardless of rate, typically fall into the same ranges of height and weight that humans have in our world. So whatever a regular human the size that you are, that's what you would weigh.
Child. Yes,
Yeah.
got it.
So you weigh the same as a child.
Then yeah, Ciara doesn't even notice. Like I sure am carrying something.
She'll need these watery dreadlocks while she's up here.
Her hands
Okay.
get a little damp. She's got like little like wet paws.
Oh.
She maybe gets like a seashell or two in her hand.
Ooh, never seen one of these before.
Alright, you never been on the ocean?
I haven't, no.
Oh, we should. I have me ship parked on the docks. We should go have our drinks.
You have a
there.
ship?
I do.
Ship sounds lovely.
I'm a captain.
That explains the
Can-
fun hat.
I'm the. Hold up.
You can't get us on the boat in the other game, and in this one, we just want to go to the boat.
I'm the captain of the tardigrade.
It's the same fucking player too.
I know. I know.
Oh, Michael, I did this on purpose.
Oh, shit.
Ciara's gonna find out what Onotace is gonna see on the sea before Onotace.
Finally.
Captain Ciara the Grizzly. At your service.
So Keku,
Sounds
you drop
like a
off your
player.
you drop off
Pretty
these
metal.
for, I can't remember her name either, but she will make some great armor out of them. Gives you your money for it. I can't remember how much we had, but you have a lot
I
here,
don't
so
remember. Just
let's-
give me a number.
yeah, let's add another 100 gold on there.
I
Make it-
will
make it
split it
dough.
between the party.
Oh, that'd be 20 gold each.
Like I said, for those,
Yeah.
like I said in the introduction, for those that got in before the ruling took place, money was to be made here. So Keku like got this fancy new bow, an entire cart, upgraded her cloak, did not take that 200 gold component spell component, but I would have allowed it.
Keku made bank.
In 2
Nice.
weeks.
Yeah. Though it's slowed down now that the rule's been put in place. Yeah. It's been a good couple weeks for Keku in Delphi. So, you're all gonna go for a drink now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Bring up. So your taverns that we've seen before are the Salty Shrew, the Abandoned Traveler, plus there was the bar.
Oh yes, how can we forget the bar?
Or if you'd like to find another non-disclosed location to drink, that'd be fine as well.
I'll go where everybody else goes. I am simply here for the watching.
I'll go where anybody else goes. I'm simply here for the booze.
You find yourselves a... You guys have made some money today. You find a nice establishment. Still a bar. So a little rough around the edges, but at least serves good alcohol and is bustling with joy inside. Music's playing. People are laughing. Someone gets decked and falls to the ground and then stands up and just kind of grins before punching the other guy. But all in good
Laughed
fun.
Wildly.
Yeah, I like it here.
Yeah.
This looks like a place you two would very well fit in.
But despite that happening, that's just like one group. No one else is really doing that. It's a nice, well upkept place. Drinks here are 5 silver apiece, though.
That's
So-
fine.
Is that just for like ale, or is that for anything?
Anything. It's a
Ciara will ask them to bring her as much rum as they can carry.
Can I get 2? Make it a nice even number.
2 rum they can carry.
No, because it's 5 silver. I just want to make
Oh,
10
2.
silver.
Okay, so yeah, 10
So it's
silver.
like an even number.
Yeah, so 1 gold. 1 gold's
Yeah.
worth of ale, whereas Ciara is getting like an armful. So there's like probably 8.
I can get more. I just want to double fist
Yeah.
these drinks.
A small serving.
Please stop. I'm
Okay.
always going.
Yep.
So Ciara gets 8 drinks, whereas Billion now has 2 in hand. Gilla, how much did you want?
Oh, and a bottle of rum.
Gil is going to get a pint.
A pint, okay. Like I said, all drinks here are the same price no matter what.
Can I just have a cup of tea?
Yep. Unfortunately, it's
Take a-
still
a
5 silver.
thimble. Can I take a thimble, please?
Thimble. A literal thimble?
Yes.
Okay. They go rummaging around to try and find a literal thimble and bring it out and ask for 5 silver.
Thank you.
If that dude that's like if the dudes who are fighting, if any of them ever get knocked close to us, Ciara would like pick him up off the ground and throw him across the room back to his buddies.
Oh yeah, that definitely happens at least once.
Hell yeah. I maybe even go over there and start sparring with them. Probably knock them all out because I'm
As you are all drinking, you can absolutely take a short rest.
Yes.
short rest. In short rest, in Ciara's short rest, we fight.
And you have yourselves a grand time here. If you'd like to have any small conversation, you can, or if you guys would like to move on.
card just for fun.
Keku.
What do you got
what?
there?
I got a 3 of 2. Means a good conclusion.
Aw.
It's good luck. We'll have
Aw.
a good day today.
No, it's
I mean,
already.
today was already a pretty good day.
Ciara like punching a dude in the face. Oh, it's already a good day.
We'll have a good conclusion.
Enjoying the day with all these day drinkers.
So what were you
Just
doing
in-
looking for work, Fleur?
Well, technically, I'm actually just looking for fun. I'm here to learn stories for my wee ones at home.
Ciara like slaps Fleer's back really hard and is like, "That's a girl."
Fly across the table, don't worry about it.
Buddy just goes flying across the room.
Wee babes at home, and they really like stories, but they're all cowards because they're like 2 years old. So,
Keku
here
have
to learn new
stories?
do tell.
I open up my bag and I take out 2 books that I've stolen from the library recently. Keku
We don't
stories.
have books like this back at the Warren. May I see?
I slide them across the table.
Oh, this is fine paper.
Keku read to Delphi.
And who might Delphi be?
Delphi, Keku's son.
Oh, you've got wee ones too.
Keku. And I pull over my bag and I show the little like engraving on the back and his little name.
Was he at school, the wee lamb?
Keku's Delphi at school. Delphi smart.
Sweet. Isn't that nice?
Keku. Delphi's little twabble.
He's in trouble.
Keku don't know why. Keku give knife. School go.
Well,
I
that might be
mean-
your problem right there.
Oh, at the Warren, we teach our kids how to fight from an early age.
Same on the ship.
Fight good.
Exactly.
Yeah, but these human towns don't exactly take too kindly to weapons in the classroom.
Keku.
What happens if something were, to ambush the Warren? What would they do?
The idea is hopefully they aren't getting attacked.
Keku's
You
Delphi.
never had a
different.
stray dog.
Keku's Delphi gang.
Say what now?
Gang.
Delphi twabble.
You're
Keku. Keku take from gang.
You took your Delphi from his crew.
Delphi no bad peoples.
Ah, I see. They weren't really
Oh.
his crew.
You
Keku.
adopted him.
Keku, yes.
I want to say it's really hard not to metagame in this.
It's very noble. A noble cause for a noble mother.
Keku, Keku's flower. How many?
3. 3. Let's see, we've got Cedwin, we've got Arno, and we've got Ellis. 3 wee boys.
Mine aren't exactly kids, and the number changes all the time. I think the crew is and she kind of counts on her fingers. I believe 6 strong, except for me.
That's many.
Mark.
What about you, Billion? Any family?
Yeah, brother up in Freya Nox. That's the only family I got.
Your name is Nox.
Mm.
It's actually quite cute.
Yeah. He's annoying. He's a little bit younger than me, but we're pretty tight. Well, yeah.
Yeah? Oh. I bet you're here for a reason. I'm also from Freya Noon.
Same here.
We three light. And, what about you, Gilla? Any family?
Yeah, I've got a wife at home and a small newborn daughter.
Oh, we love.
We're all parents. Except Billion.
I mean, I'm looking after my little. Well, I was looking after my little brother. Okay, he's like a son to me, but I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
A long
He
time
walked.
to be away from your babe.
I hope he's-
lost?
I hope he's okay. I'm just, I'm here to maybe make some cash. I went to prison a little while back, and so I lost contact with him. He's fine. He sent me letters. It was good.
Prison, you mentioned that earlier. I've never. Tell me about it. I've heard that it's quite the ramshackle.
It's not that bad, actually. It's pretty easy, when you look like this. She flexes, obviously.
Yes, you are quite the manifestation of heroism.
Make a history check there, Fleer.
Okay. Oh, what's my history? Oh my god, where is it? Okay, 18.
18. So being from Freya Noon, and knowing that Billion is also from Freya Noon, you know that the entire province has a single prison, and that prison houses every criminal charged in Freya Noon, from the minor crimes to the most major of crimes. The most major being there is military desertion, which usually ends up in execution. It is also the most heavily fortified prison, and the most dangerous criminals from the other provinces are also sent there. That's what you know about prison.
That's quite the story. Do love a good story.
You are all telling your stories and tales of family and adventures. And Keku, you know that it is starting to get close to the time that Delphi would be coming home.
Keku's Delphi home.
You have to pack up and go now.
Keku, yes. Keku gets up. Keku join supper?
Sounds like
No
a good
reason
time.
not to. Would love to.
Do you want us at your place?
Keku, yes.
Arr. Let me make sure the boys have food for the night and I can come over.
I give them the address.
Okay.
Which is just that I have like a little card that like Delphi's like written out for me because I can't write. Where just in case I get lost.
It does note that the home is above the alchemist shop.
Return
found,
cake
please
here
return
if
to
lost.
Delphi.
Yes, yes.
Right above Great Root Tea.
The lost returned it.
So, Keku, you make your way back home. And you see standing at the top of the stairs to your home is a half-elf dressed semi-decently. Kind of looking around and sees you. And then quickly trots down the stairs. Are you, Delphi's guardian?
Keku.
Yeah, Keku was the name. Okay. My apologies. I came to get you. Delphi got in a bit of trouble at school today, and their teacher asked me to collect you for a bit of a chat.
Oh, Keku, go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're probably still. Well, I mean, yeah, they're definitely still there. Yes, let's go.
I just take them by the hand and shake their hand.
Again, a little confused on how to shake feathers. But you make your way back to the school. You can see all the kids are starting to like pile out and head home for the day. Delphi is not one of them, obviously. And the school that Delphi is at is for children, not teens, still in the younger stage. The schooling here does separate elementary and high school, though I imagine they have different names for that kind of stuff before people then would decide to move on with their lives, whatever it may be. The building is fairly large since it is such a big city. This one school would probably cover the children for probably a quarter of the entire city itself. And you are eventually led to a room. Has Keku ever been to the school aside from when she initially enrolled Delphi?
I think once or twice, yeah.
Okay. So you recognize the room that you are brought to as Delphi's classroom. He is currently sitting in a chair across the teacher's desk, and you see standing there his teacher, whom you've met once before, Madam Morrison.
Keku.
Ah, yes, Keku. Please have a seat.
I sit beside Delphi.
Yes, I imagine you know why you're here.
Keku, take Delphi home?
Yes, but first we need to have a bit of a chat. Delphi brought another knife to school.
I just look at Delphi and go, Keku proud.
No. I am sure you have been informed by now that weapons are not permitted on school grounds. She eyes your longbow.
Keku protect.
There is nothing going to happen here.
Delphi protect.
He looks up at the teacher. I can protect myself. She says, yes, I am sure you can, but again, no weapons are allowed here. What if somebody got hurt?
Delphi smart. Delphi good with knife.
Yeah, I would never hurt anybody. She just kind of looks a little exasperated between the two of you. Accidents can happen, though. And nothing's going to happen to Delphi while he's at school.
Keku no. Keku give knife.
Please. He's just... and Delphi looks up. It's smaller than the last one. The fact that you've had larger knives does not make me feel any better.
Keku understand. Keku deal. And I just take the teacher's hand and I pat it. Keku understand. Delphi bring smaller knife.
No. No knife. The smallest possible knife is 0.
Keku no understand. I just Keku, Delphi go. I take Delphi by the hand. And I just start making my way out.
No knives next time. The one that he had is in the principal's office.
I go to the principal's office and collect my knife.
You see the principal. He's a large dwarf. Just kind of huffs. You know there's no knives allowed.
Keku, no.
If this keeps up, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Keku, no bring knife.
Delphi, no bring knife.
Delphi, no bring knife.
Make a deception check.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying?
I'm not.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Michael very surprised.
A 6.
6. I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it, Keku.
Keku, no knife. I just walk back out. And as we're walking out, I lean over to Delphi and be like, Delphi, no knife. Delphi, ninja star. I give him some shurikens.
Do you do that outside the school grounds?
No, just as we're walking down the hall.
Oh my god. He's like, oh, that's really smart. They're smaller and a lot more agile. I can throw those.
Delphi, practice.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely practice. I'm good at throwing.
Delphi, practice when get home.
Yeah. I'll put the target up in the back.
Full practice, too.
Lots of practice tonight. Really excited. Oh, I still have some homework to do.
Homework, too.
Do I do homework first or practice first?
Practice
Those
first.
toes.
Okay. What's for supper tonight?
Keku make lamb?
Ooh, lamb. I haven't had lamb in, well, a while. Unless you guys have lamb a lot.
I mean, we've had it once or twice.
Okay. So that in the last 2 weeks. Probably like earlier, yeah. To a kid, it feels like forever no matter how long it's been.
It's been too long.
Shurikens and lambs, shurikens and lambs, shurikens and lambs, shurikens and lambs, shurikens and lamb.
Keku just smiles.
So
Her heart's just full.
it's the best day. Well, aside from getting in trouble, this is the best day ever. I'm gonna need to figure out how to hide these.
Keku, pocket inside. I point to the inside of like his like jacket or like a little vest. Point out where we can put a pocket.
Very good, very good. So you start making your way back home, and coincidentally, the school isn't too far between the bar you were all at and Keku's house. It's along the way. So that means that you all hear the scream at the same time.
There's a scream.
There is a scream. There is a loud scream. A voice that, Keku, you recognize because you just heard it being very apprehensive and somewhat annoyed at your antics. It is...
Oh, the teacher?
Yeah, Madam Morrison.
What'd I do now?
No, not that kind of scream, as in like a terror scream. Like, ah!
Oh no.
Keku.
Oh, like, the back of the throat.
I'll let you guys...
Go home.
But what? I can help.
Keku, go home, Delphi.
But I can... Fine.
Waddle my furry little ass back there.
Okay. So, you're in the streets, because this scream came from outside. I'm gonna bring us over. Keiko, you'd be at the top near the cart. Everybody else, you'd be down at the bottom.
Am I at like the very top, like over
Yeah.
here? Okay.
And you see 3 people surrounding this lady. And they all have those black and silver scarves around their arms.
I punch them.
You're just gonna immediately
Question
go up and
mark?
punch them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No questions asked, just right into it. I love it.
Roar.
I mean, I could see her being harassed.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll bring you on. There you are.
Okay.
Okay then. Everybody roll initiative.
Fuck talking.
For fuck's sakes, Keku!
Cocked it.
Keku can't roll it for initiative, but
Oh,
fuck
no.
everything else.
Ow, itch.
And I didn't initially roll Madam Morrison's. I guess she has 10 HP.
Oh no.
But her initiative would be a 14.
I'm actually fighting for my life with my Wi-Fi here.
You
Go
gotta get you
slam it.
better Wi-Fi.
I know. I don't know what's been happening lately. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You're good.
Okay,
Don't worry.
like, my internet was being stupid earlier, so maybe secretly it's a city problem.
It could be. I know that all of the like tills at work have been wonky, and I just assumed it was because of our renos, but
Oh, I also wanted
the
to.
Wi-Fi would make more sense.
I wanted to let everybody know I titled the earlier encounter "We Bear Bears."
We bear
Oh,
bear.
good.
Good.
Okay. Make sure everything's on screen.
It seems combat is going to go Fleer and then Ciara.
Yeah,
every
there
time.
seems to be a pattern here forming.
I have a +7 initiative. I don't know what to tell you.
I only have a +2, but I have advantage.
I have
Um, Billion, once again, what is your dexterity?
I believe it is 14.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
Yes,
this
it
time
is.
the bandit goes, or the Voidwalker goes before you. Okay, everybody. Everyone who is not Keku, you see a woman being harassed by and screaming as these larger men encompass her and start trying to force her into this alley.
Disgusting.
Well, I will go out of the way to say that it was not going to be any sexual stuff going on. It was strong arming for robbery, but
Disgusting.
fight first, ask questions later, or never. So,
Like, how dare they even remotely exist in her breathing space?
Fleer,
Yes.
it is your go.
Okay, I will pull from my spirit table. Sorry, I couldn't find my dice. Okay, so I rolled a 4, and that one's kind of fun. It's called Tale of the Runaway.
Okay.
So the target can use their reaction to immediately teleport up to 30 feet away to an unoccupied space they can see. When the target teleports, they can choose a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier that they can see within 30 feet that immediately also have to teleport.
Oh, wow.
So I just kind of have to figure out who. Should it be an enemy or a friend?
Yeah, if you can.
What's the distance on that?
She said 30 feet.
For me, it's within 30 feet. So anybody within 30 feet of me, I can cast on them.
Aw, that sucks.
Yeah. But
So you
they
could.
can also, like, they can technically force you to teleport as well.
So you could technically make your friends teleport to them and teleport others away in that movement.
Yes. Correct. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm going to cast it on... Yeah. I'll cast it on Ciara. And if Ciara can also force teleport the lady away, that would be nice.
Is it an action to teleport?
It's their reaction. They use their reaction to teleport.
Okay.
So it happens immediately. So they have to use their reaction to immediately teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space they can see. And when they finish the teleport, they can choose a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier. So that, like, she could choose up to 4 creatures.
To teleport as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equal to my charisma modifier. And they can also teleport 30 feet away.
Okay. Ciara.
So please teleport her to me.
Where would you like to teleport to?
If weird magic shit happens, I just will myself right here.
Okay, and then you can will you can will 40. You can will 4 creatures to teleport where you would like.
Look at the lady and I go, you might want to back off. You're in the splash zone. And then I'll will her to go away.
Basically switch positions.
Basically, she was in the splash zone.
That was brilliantly done.
That was good luck on my part. Like,
Yeah.
the table is great. 'Cause
I will tell you,
there
the Voidwalker's first movement was going to be to take a hostage, so...
Sucker.
Anything else there?
And, yeah, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna turn into the arrow first.
You turn into an arrow?
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna... Oh, should I... Yeah. Don't worry, dear. I'll just tuck her behind me. And that's my turn.
Ciara.
I like do that thing where you kind of like you lean back, and I smile at Fleer and give her a thumbs up, and then as I do that in one motion, I fling myself forward and punch the Voidwalker in front of me in the face.
Okay. Roll for
rage
punch.
as I do this. Rage, anger.
My card was a 2 of daisies, which also means obstacles and setbacks. I forgot to say it out loud. Sorry.
The only setback is gonna be these guys fucking dying.
It's a very punchy session tonight, okay?
That's a 21 to hit.
21. That hits.
Sorry, I put my dice away. I didn't think there was gonna be another combat.
The title for the episode had 2 things listed.
That's fair. 17.
17.
Oh, sorry, 7.
Oh, 7. Oh, that's a very different attack. Okay.
7. Punch.
Punched.
And then I just... I already used my bonus action, but flavor-wise, I don't grapple him, but I grab his head and I headbutt him.
Okay, roll for attack.
He staggers back from the punch and just grab and BAM! 16.
16 hits.
Okay. That's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Punch. Bam.
Anything else?
I give the come at me bro hands.
And come at you they do. Shouldn't have done that. 21 to hit.
Huh?
21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
4 damage.
2 damage. I'm raging.
Yeah, they attack again. That's a 10.
That misses.
3rd attack. That's
Ooh,
9.
Fancy boy. Nope.
No, so the first attack hits, doesn't do quite as much, and they try to take you out again and nothing. Okay. Now it is Madame Morrison's turn. She just kind of cowers down and kind of takes a step back, being like, "Oh, why does that keep happening? What do I do? What do I do?"
Run.
And that's her turn. The one Voidwalker kind of sees their mark leaving and doesn't quite want to let that happen. So he is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could take an attack of opportunity, Ciara.
I need to double check something.
Can she, if she used her reaction to teleport?
No.
Oh, did that cost me my reaction?
But then it
Yeah,
was your
you-
turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, but
never
then my
mind.
turn happened.
Yeah, that was like the perfect combination to not let her basically lose her reaction.
Sorry, I'm seeing if, because normally you can switch an attack out for a grapple action. I'm seeing if I can do that on a reaction.
Oh, fair.
Use the attack action to make a special attack. No, it needs to be part of the attack action, not part of
Okay.
a reaction attack. So I was gonna try and stop him from.
Yeah, fair. No,
moving,
I guess
but
if you could do that, it would ruin Sentinel.
And yeah, instead I'm just gonna, as he tries to leave, I'm just gonna deck him in the back of the head.
Eat shit, motherfucker.
16 to hit. We established that hits,
Yep.
I think. Minimum damage 7.
Okay, 7 damage on that one. Let's see, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far. They're not going to take attack at Fleur because they're set their sights on getting their mark. I guess that means they could dash. They'll take a dash.
I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
then,
they're
right?
going to. They're getting within melee
Okay.
range of Madam Morrison.
Okay, well, I'll just a rapier attack their leg. Wow, natural 20.
Wow.
27?
27 damage?
No, 27
that-
to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you got a natural 20, so you automatically hit.
Yeah, but I liked saying the number.
Good to know. If we ever play this again, I can give you enemies that have armor of up to 27.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, so that's 2d8 plus 4. 14
Nice.
piercing damage. Oh, wait, plus... Do I have to plus the plus 4? Does that make sense? Does the plus 4 stack?
No.
No.
Okay, that's what I
only-
thought.
You only double the dice.
Yeah.
Then it is the same.
Okay. So, takes the damage, but does reach Madam Morrison. Cannot grab her, though. So, that's a plus. Billion, you're up. You have a scared
Nice.
lady and a void walker, which you don't know they're void walkers, but
Bow, bow, bow. I'm gonna punch him. Can I, like, lightly shove her to the side? Not rough, but just like...
Walk around her, but yes.
I don't want to walk around her.
Duck.
if you pull her out of melee range, he could take an opportunity attack on her.
Ugh, fine. I'll walk around her.
Okay,
Bow, bow, bow. Punch that guy.
by all means.
Haha. It's an 11. Does that hit?
11 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. That's okay. So, do I still get to take my 2 actions
Yep.
normally then? Or
Even if
okay,
you
my
even if you
core
miss,
play.
yeah, even if you miss, you can still take your second attack because you attacked.
Sweet. That one was a 19.
19 does
19s are hot tonight.
hit.
Only a 5 though.
5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you like to use a key point to do any of your key point stuff?
Yes, please.
You have limited. No, wrong one. Bonus action. Flurry of blows, patient. I guess patient defense.
Oh.
I feel like there's more you had. Oh, it's deflect missiles. I thought you maybe had stunning strike as well, but no.
Mm-hmm.
You have slow
that'd be
fall
sick.
though.
Nope. Yeah, hopefully I don't fall off a... Well, maybe, hopefully I do fall off a building. That'd be sick.
It'd be fun though, you know?
Very
Do it for
daintily
the
fall.
vine.
Massive woman. Very
Oh, interesting.
daintily
So do you
falls
want
off
to do?
a
Oh,
building.
you do have stunning strike.
Do I have stunning strike?
Yeah. So you could either do flurry of blows, or you could do a stunning strike to try and stun the target.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that.
Oh, that's with a melee weapon.
I have a melee weapon.
But I don't think you used it for this attack, did you?
No.
No. So you can do flurry of blows.
It's okay,
Oh
I'll
my
flurry
god, that's hard to
blows this
say.
dude.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, flurry of blows. Jeez.
All right,
Just
well,
call it blurry of foes.
Flurry of flows. I can't say that.
alright, flurry of blows.
Thank you. 2 attacks, please.
Say math. 17.
17 hits.
It's an 8.
Okay,
17 again.
that hits.
Sweet. It's a 9.
Okay. So as I was going through, you do have something special though. Open hand technique. Whenever you hit one of your flurry of blows attacks, you can impose one of the following effects on the target. Fall prone if it fails a dex saving throw. Get pushed up to 15 feet if it fails a strength saving throw. Or it can't take reactions until the end of your next turn.
Ooh,
You can
Can I
choose.
have-
You could technically choose 2 of those since you hit with both flurry of blows attacks, I believe.
oh hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shove him away then.
Okay. He needs
So
to
do
make
I
a.
do that now?
He needs
Strength
to.
throw?
He just needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Which he does.
Succeeds. Okay.
He
that's
succeeds.
Okay.
You can choose a second one or try again on the pushing.
Or until the end of my next turn.
No reactions. Okay.
Yeah, so I can just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. No, he can't take any reactions. Man,
Right,
monks
so-
have a lot.
Yeah, monks are dope, but this is kind of why I wanted to play as a monk.
Okay. That's fun. Gilla.
Okay.
This guy does not look to be doing too great.
I wonder why.
He got attacked by a bunny, and then beat up by a half orc.
Yeah. I'm not really going to bother with Hunter's Mark. I'll move over here and stab him with my knife.
Move 1 more for advantage. Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay. That's much better. Flaccid 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Six piercing damage.
Okay.
Is he still up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I stab him again.
Stab, stab.
Do I still have advantage on it? Or...
Yep.
Okay. I might not need that. Natural 20 on the
Oh
first
my
roll.
god. Okay, yeah, no. You don't need that second roll. Go ahead and double your dice.
Yay, Gilla, yay!
Uh, 10 points of piercing.
Okay, he is rough. He is like doesn't really know what to do as he's been hit from all sides now and is just kind of looking at Madam Morrison and then back at you guys and is very clearly weighing his life choices in this moment.
And yeah, neither of those spells are helpful right now, so I'll end it there.
Keku. Your new friends have come in and helped save your kid's teacher.
What a day.
Yeah, I know. Am I able to shoot this guy, or is Billion kind of in the way?
Billion's not a large creature, so you could take the shot.
Okay. How bad's this guy looking? Like he's having a rough day.
Oh yeah, no, he's you fought these people before, not these exact ones, but you fought this kind before. You have a feeling that that one's probably gonna make a run for it.
All right, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this one. This one
Okay.
here.
Here we are, going far to save all that we love. Okay.
And then I'm going to take a shot at this one.
Okay.
16.
16 hits.
And I will use my my Colossus Slayer.
I think it's Colossal Slayer, not Colossus. That just makes me think we're playing Shadow of the Colossus.
Are we not?
Can any of us say anything correctly tonight, or is it just me that
No.
can't?
I mean, I kind of wish we were. I want to meet Wander.
8?
No, 18 piercing
Oh.
damage.
Yeah, so this man who very clearly was weighing his life choices in this moment is looking around to kind of maybe make an exit and turns just in time to see this arrow come at him and get him right in the chest. And he goes down.
And
Madam Morrison screams again.
Keku! I just wave at her.
Cover my ears. Holy shit. Loud.
And then I will shoot the one with my hunter's mark.
Okay.
27.
27 hits.
Where? Nine piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot my hunter's mark. Sorry. 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll move up a little bit.
Okay. Well, it is now the one who took the hunter's mark.
Make a choice, boy.
He's going to take a grapple action to grapple you there, Ciara.
He's gonna fucking try.
Yeah, he's going to fucking try, that's for sure.
I'm raging. I have advantage on strength checks.
Yeah, contested strength.
20.
Don't even bother.
25.
Yeah, he got a 13. He tries to grab onto you, and you just like kind of flex a bit, and his grip is just dropped.
I bite at his nose like
I'm weak.
He kind of looks like,
Coward.
He does not know what to do with this feral shark lady in front of him.
no. Fleur,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I like doing it. We'll do another lucky shot. What does the spirits have to say? Ooh, we pulled a magician.
Ooh.
Magician is clever, skilled action. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Go to my table. Ooh. Fun. Neat. Okay, so a 5. That's the Tale of the Avenger. And for 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to a roll of my Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay.
So the target will once again be Ciara because of where she is positioned in this fight.
Right. She's most
If
likely
any
to
of
take
them
hits.
attack her, yeah. Then they'll get force damage equal to 1d8 back.
Okay. In the corner of your vision there, Ciara, you kind of see a little icon pop up for a video game buff.
+1.
As if this was an MMO.
And I'll take a step back for her.
Okay. Anything else?
Should probably get going.
Ciara.
We can just sit here all day.
Question. Out of my two friends, which one's looking the worst?
The one you attacked earlier.
So this boy. I'm gonna punch him in the throat.
Okay. Roll for throat punch.
Not a
Throat
reckless
punch,
attack,
throat
why not?
punch.
Throat
Reckless?
punch, throat punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, reckless. Recklessly punch that throat.
That's a 20-something to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Throat punch, throat punch.
9 points of damage. Boom.
Gets hit. It's like, did you just punch me in the throat?
And then I like, as I punched him in the throat, I then grab his throat. Bonus action, I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Okay, contested
By
strength.
the neck.
Okay,
That's a natural 20.
yeah. You got him. You got him by the throat.
Grab him by the throat.
Just
and
very
you know
much
what?
like a...
And you know what, Flair? That sounded like a great idea. Nom.
Are you able to make a bite attack?
Much like Scruff McGruff, I will take a bite out of crime.
Can you... is the grapple a bonus action?
Yes, it's part of
Wow.
Tavern Brawler.
Yeah, no, fair. Okay, make an attack.
17.
17 hits.
I just bite into his throat. The sound that comes out is shock.
Don't spoil your dinner.
Another 9 points of damage.
Okay. That's it?
Is he still up?
Yeah. I mean, you're
Oh, this
holding
is
him
so
up
cool.
at the currently.
This poor boy, he's like, his neck is dripping blood. I'm holding him in a chokehold.
Free him.
Has he pissed his pants yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Roll for pee pants.
He's still above half health-ish, I think.
Half health? Oh. I thought you were trying to say half health.
How much health do these boys have?
I have not buffed these guys' health.
Alone, I've done like over 30 points of damage.
It took us a long time last time, too.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
This, remember before it was one of these plus smaller goons, and now you're taking on 3 of these.
That's fair. I thought these were the smaller goons, my bad. No, it's his turn.
Okay.
He's there to fight back.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when force damage comes into play while being grappled. So he
and-
takes a scimitar attack on you.
Oh, all of his attacks have advantage. Please
Yes,
hurt me.
they do.
Please take the force. Hurt me more, Snake.
I don't know why I changed over there. That is a 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Max damage of 9.
Have to 4 because I'm raging.
And then what happens? A d8 force damage there?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, you roll that.
Is it every time I get hit or just the first time though?
It doesn't say. Wait. 1 minute. For 1 minute.
Oh, this guy's gonna get fucked up.
Okay, and that's a 6 force damage.
Oh.
He took more damage than I did.
He feels that and doesn't know what to do in this situation.
I shout, hit me at him. I just go, hit me!
Freaks out and rolls another attack against you. And misses.
Dang it.
Just swings wildly and misses entirely and is like, wah!
Hit me, kill me, give me a hug.
That'll be a 24 to hit
Oh, that hits.
with a dagger piercing into your side that you didn't realize they had. Well, no, you knew they had it, but didn't notice it coming. Minimum damage 4, half to 2.
Okay,
Roll that.
I'll roll.
Yeah, roll that D8.
Max damage for 8.
Oh my god.
This is why I did Reckless, by the way, so they would have advantage and they would fuck themselves up trying to kill me.
I love you, Tale of Avenger.
Wow.
That second attack that missed, Michael, did you roll advantage on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a 3 and a 2.
Oh.
It is Madame Morrison's turn, and she's going to just faint.
Oh my wee lamb.
That's what the dames.
There she go.
That's what the dames tend to do when they see me fight.
Billion, it's your turn.
I fake
Hell yeah. All right, okay, wait. Which dude is worse?
The one ahead of Ciara, who is currently being held by the throat.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, I will go attack the other one.
Same throat that has like shark teeth punctures in it.
Can I punch this dude in the throat?
Yeah, you can punch.
Taking a little inspiration from Ciara's badassness.
Throat punch.
Yeah,
throat
you can.
punch.
Punch this one in the throat. All right. And I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit, sorry.
No, that's okay. What about a 16?
16 hits.
Okay, cool. I didn't even get to have to add my stuff. Cool. All right. That's a 9 directly to his throat. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I'm actually like punching my throat to do that sound.
No, you're not.
Michael, stop.
I commit.
Right.
Anything else, Billion?
Okay, so can I just do bonus actions? I don't have to use a key point to do bonus action, right? Or
you have
some
to
of them.
You have to use a key point to do like the 2 attacks or the dash or the dodge. But if you just want to
Okay.
do, if you want to do one bonus action attack, you can do that without a key point.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
just do a
cool.
regular attack as a bonus action when nowadays.
With your
Punch
feet.
him in the throat again.
Yeah, throw punch.
I just want to give him a second punch to the throat.
Heave
Okay.
his fucking windpipe in, Billion.
Okay,
The 17. Sorry, I was doing
17
that.
hits. Yeah.
Sweet. It's gonna be another 9.
What is wrong
I don't know why I have never used these dice before, but they are rolling fantastic tonight.
Okay.
What is wrong with you, says the bandit shaking down a teacher.
Yeah, shaking down a teacher, not punching people in the throats.
Punch him. Throat again. Imagine getting double punched in the throat.
Gilla, it's your
Having a
turn.
bad night.
Okay. Move here, and then I will also Hunter's Mark that one.
Are you
Oh,
gonna say
man.
I'll also punch him in the throat?
I'll shoot him in
no.
the throat.
Yeah, I am going to shoot him in the throat.
Are you calling that attack?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Adds 2 to the AC.
Yeah. Helps if I'm on the right page. The bow, 18.
Yeah, you hit.
Be 6 and an 8. Nope. Cock the 6. 9. Be 12 points of piercing damage.
The shot like doesn't lodge into the throat, but like gets to the side, and you see quite a bit of blood coming down now.
And now I'll take a regular shot.
Okay.
Nope, cocked it. Helps if I can actually get it in the tray.
Right?
Does it?
Flaccid 20.
Apparently so.
I don't know, the cocked one was a 19, so...
Can I just say that I'm enjoying you guys just torturing all these enemies today?
We're unhinged, we're unleashed, let us out. We're not our normal
16
characters.
points of piercing damage.
16 points of piercing damage?
I rolled a 7 and a 6.
Holy shit, he's in bad shape. Okay. Anything else, Gilla?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, Keku.
Alright.
Just for clarification on here right now, the one is currently being held by the throat by Ciara. The other is currently holding his own throat, trying to stop the bleeding.
Is the one that's like being held by Ciara,
Yeah.
would I get advantage on that one since it's grappled or anything?
No, that's restrained. Grappled just makes
okay.
his speed 0.
Okay.
Would she get advantage though because it's in combat? Is that how ranged works or no?
No.
No? Okay.
I'll just shoot the one with Hunter's Mark.
Okay. The one that's currently holding his throat.
16.
Yeah, that hits. What's the minimum damage you can do?
A 5, 7.
Okay, roll.
$13 points of piercing damage.
So as he's like holding his throat, you can tell he's trying to like back away a bit, and then you just shoot him in the back, and he just kind of slumps up against this house.
I'll shoot him in the back.
Do I have to take my other shot right away, or can I then move my Hunter's Mark and then shoot?
You can move your Hunter's Mark and then shoot, because it's
Okay,
just a
well,
bonus action to do that.
Yeah, I'll move my Hunter's Mark onto the other one, and then I'll shoot him.
Okay.
19.
19 hits.
And then I will use my Slayer. Seven. 12 points of piercing damage.
Ciara, you feel that arrow like lodge into this guy's back, and you feel him kind of go a little limp. He's not dead. You can still see the light in his eyes, but you feel like if you were to let go, he probably would not have much strength to stand. However, it is Fleur's turn. Fleur's turn.
Fleur. I know it's so hard to look at, not pronounce it that way. I'll just let Ciara kill that guy. I'm gonna check on this teacher.
Let the shark play with her food.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay. Let's see. That was cocked as hell. 19, sorry.
19. Her face is a bit flush. Her breathing, now that she's passed out, is a lot more even, but you can definitely tell that she had a bit of a panic attack, and the stress got to her that caused her to faint. Doesn't seem to be any head wound, though, from falling.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't have any strength, so I can't really drag her around, but...
Ciara, it's your decision. What do you do?
So since I've got the only living enemy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of vamp a bit here. I'm holding him, and I'm kind of like, "Hi. So tell me, what was it you said before? I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah,
Makes
he
a
did
bit of
say
a
that, didn't he?
garbly sound. Can't, as your hand is on his throat, he can't
dying.
really speak.
I'll release a little bit so he can get like a word out.
He also has many holes
Yeah.
in his neck, though.
Oh!
Dies faster.
That's all he gets out.
Okay. I just laugh at him and I'm like, I'm gonna kind of drag him over here.
Sure. Yeah, you can drag him over there.
And you know what this wall needs? A new coat of paint.
Oh my god.
No.
I grab him by the head and I just run his face across the wall.
Are you trying to do damage, like to actually do
Oh,
HP?
this is me flavoring an unarmed attack.
Okay, yeah. Make your attack.
Reckless.
Yeah, who's gonna attack you back?
18.
18 hits. What's your minimum damage?
Minimum is 7.
Don't bother. Unless you want to roll it for the fun of the clickety clacks.
It was 8.
Yeah. You feel slightly bad as you realize that someone's gonna have to clean this off of their house tomorrow.
I appreciate your flavor. No, I don't.
What I was going to say is, but watching it very quickly shreds any of that away, as it was just too much fun to make shapes out of this guy's blood on the wall.
I just throw his corpse to the floor.
Ciara, stop playing with your food.
Yeah! Yeah!
Aye. You're right, Flair. And I walk back over, I guess.
You can't have your pudding if you don't eat your beans.
I made I want it to be known. I made, it's a really wonky shape because my paintbrush was a dude's face, but I made a very vague bear face.
So you guys are out of combat. You have a passed out lady. Keku, you have your friends again.
What was that all about?
Keku don't know.
It appears this lady was being. It appears this lady was being attacked.
She's probably fine now.
She's a wee bit of a faint.
Can I kind of take, like, I don't know, a bit of... does anybody have a water skin on them?
I do.
Alright, can I see it for a moment?
Of course. Hand up my water skin.
And I'll kind of... I'll hold the water skin in my hand. And I'll pour some of the water out. And I'll cast Shape Water. And I'll kind of, like, form the water on her forehead into, like... Instead of just dripping down, I'll form it into, like, a wet cloth, but it's just water.
Now, could you just done that with a cloth? Why didn't I think of that? Well, I ain't no cleric.
I ain't no cleric either.
But you are
Imagine
clever.
having a cleric in the group.
Couldn't be me.
You're like anti-clerics today. Negative.
What do we do with her?
So when you do splash her with water, she does start coming around.
Alright, up
I'm
and
kneeling on the ground next to her. I'll take her hand in my little paw.
What happened?
Oh, you fainted. No need to worry.
You were having a bit of trouble, and here we took care of it for you. As I'm like, I use some of the water to wipe the blood off of my shark teeth.
Don't worry about it. Look at me. Look at me.
Looks at the not scary rabbit.
Hello, dear.
Thank you.
How are
Thank
you
you.
feeling?
Little shaken. Sees
Always
Keku.
a
Does see Keku? Did you come over to join them?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Keku. Maybe
Keku, hi.
maybe you're right about protection.
Keku, knife?
I don't think the school at Delphi have a knife, but I don't
I
know.
just take her hand and I pat it. Keku have other things.
I'm going to ignore that.
When she says maybe you're right about protection, Ciara will take out one of the bear teeth, and she'll be like, "Alright, do you need a weapon?"
Yeah, that looks quite heavy. Look at her noodle arms. Sorry, dear.
How heavy would a bear's, like, big
You
chomper
took one of the big chomper out. I mean, it probably wouldn't be like super heavy, but it would be very sharp. And did you clean these teeth by now?
Which
Yeah,
chomper was
sure.
it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, so
It'd be like the big fangs, like the big
yeah,
front.
you could probably make a good knife out of it. Not a dagger, but a knife.
It shouldn't be too heavy. Teeth are more often the insides are just cartilage, and it's pretty light.
Yeah. So it'd be
Here's
very.
just being a silly goose. I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean.
I was
know
I was
teeth aren't
actually
heavy.
I wasn't trying to correct you. I was actually curious
I
how
know.
much a big bear tooth would weigh.
No, you're all good. I have a rough estimate as to how much a bear tooth would weigh.
Grams, probably.
I don't know about grams, but I'm assuming that it's similar to probably a large bovine tooth. So, roughly the same weight as I don't know, let's say 2 sets of dice. That makes sense to you guys?
Yeah, that's grams. That's
Okay, I'm that's super light, but it's because it's mostly hollow.
Looking at the
Let's
only
split down the
familiar
middle.
face, Madame Morrison looks to Keiko again. It's just like, did Delphi get home safe?
Delphi's safe.
That's good. I think I want to get home.
And where is he home? Too far, I imagine.
No, it's within walking distance.
Do you need us to escort you?
Looks at the
We don't
shark
mind.
lady again. I think I'll be okay.
Are you sure?
I'm okay.
We don't mind. I'm sure we can manage the spare moment.
No, I'm okay. Make a persuasion check.
Finally. Where's my dice tray? Did you know that I have a +10 to my persuasion?
Oh my goodness.
22.
Well, oh, I guess an escort wouldn't be too bad.
At least out of the alleyway. Let us get you to a main street where there's less people. I mean, more people, sorry. Misspoke. I didn't speak my words right.
I think I'll stay away from this area for a while.
At it, girl. You know, back home we have a saying in it. You don't stick your neck in the jaws of a wolf.
That's fun.
Says Ciara, who was in many bear necks today. And mouths.
Exactly.
So you get
You look more
Madam
set for the scholarly life.
Madam Morrison home safe. No worse for wear, though a little shaken. And I believe you're going to all have dinner at Keku's.
Dinner with Keku.
Dinner at Keku.
Keku, are you having lamb for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
have
Delphi
any
very
vegetables?
quickly wants to. Well, actually, first of all, when you guys get back, you see a small 10 to 12-year-old boy throwing shurikens at a log with an X on it.
Did he
and
hit any of them?
Let's see. Let me see. How many did you give him, Keku?
4.
2 hit.
Wow, congratulations.
Delphi do good.
I do great.
And pat him on the head.
Thanks, Mom.
This must be Delphi.
Hi.
Delphi? Keku's friends.
New friends.
New
All
friends.
right, nice to meet you.
Whoa, you're a shark.
All right, I am.
Hello, tiny person.
Whoa, you're big.
You're small.
How tall is Onates again?
6'6".
Onates is 6'6". Ciara is 6'3".
And Billion?
7'4".
Oh, wow. So, yeah, Billion is even taller than Onates. So, yeah, Delphi looks up like, whoa.
Nice to meet you, Delphi.
You too. Are you staying for dinner?
That's the idea.
Ah, yay, company. We haven't had company in a while.
Ciara will take the bear tooth that the teacher didn't take, and she's gonna kind of, I hear you're having a bit of a weapon issue.
Yeah, they keep taking them.
Well, I don't think this really counts now, does it? And she gives him the bear tooth.
Can I have it, Mom?
Keku, yes.
Awesome.
I don't have
Sounds
any
like you just
spare
gotta
weapons.
learn how to use
but
your fists.
I'm gonna drop a bar of soap in Delphi's hands. Be sure to wash your hands after you're done, destroying and whatnot.
I think you just gotta learn how to use your fists.
That too, but the
Makes
bear
it a little
toot's a good
punchy.
start.
Right, it's a good start.
So you guys have a wonderful lamb dinner. Keku, have there been any upgrades to your house?
You notice that now she has very lovely upholstered chairs, and a very nice like mahogany table. Dolphy's room is probably the biggest change. It's got like a super nice bed that has like really expensive, like those like really nice pillows and shit.
Nice.
And he's got like all the toys that a kid could ever ask for.
So a little more cluttered with toys and nicer furniture than the players last saw at Keku's home. Is there any final conversations you would all like to have for the night?
There.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
I was wondering if I could play everybody music while they eat.
By all means, you are a bard.
I am a bard.
Make a performance check.
First, I'm gonna ask Delphi a question.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, I have 4 instruments here. Which one would you like me to play for you? I got the dulcimer, I got the horn, a lute, and a lyre.
Oh.
No hurdy-gurdy.
No hurdy-gurdy, no.
Dulcimer.
If only. Dulcimer. I take it out and I'll play a little tune for everybody.
No.
While they mingle. You may mingle.
Make a performance check.
Yes, I have a thing for that, I think. Oh yeah, I have a Song of Rest, so technically, even though I'm sure the session is over, if you all want to rest, you can take one. Hi, Ro, what's up?
I do have one thing I want to do.
Okay.
18 plus 7. Okay, now I'm done.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Beautiful. You hear a little tapping down below in the alchemist shop, the Great Root Tea.
Oh. I believe it is required that, if Jer's cool with it, that Ciara and Billion have a arm wrestling contest.
Please, yes. I want to swoon. Let me swoon.
If Jer's alive.
Yes, I am here.
Would you like to have an arm wrestling contest?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want it to be best 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your
Go
contesting
down,
strengths.
shark girl.
Who's Lava Boy, though?
I was about to say that. My favorite play in Springkeep is Shark Girl and Lava Boy.
Alright, wait, what do I do for this? How do I contest my
Strength test.
Strength or athletics?
Yeah, let's do athletics. Athletics tests.
Oh my god.
Oh, okie dokie. Rose, you can go first if you want.
Plus a 20.
Ugh. I got a 15.
Ciara takes the first round. Round 2. Go!
Alright.
You can go first this
Hot
time.
dice, hot dice, hot dice. Come on.
Nat 20.
Oh.
The 25!
I got a nat 1.
Oh! Billion takes round 2.
Whoa!
Round 3. Fight!
Ciara's gonna use her last rage on the last one to get advantage.
Oh,
God,
rude.
it's a billion.
Alright, well, you can go first this time then.
Get a +4 to your test.
Wait, I get a +4?
Yeah, I just cast guidance on you. Cast guidance.
Oh.
Okay, Rose, you go first.
Hey. Let's see. That first one's doo-doo. Second one will do, I guess. 24.
24.
also a 24, but then plus the extra
Guidance, yeah.
Yeah.
Billion
You can
takes
roll
the
you can
third
roll a
win.
d4.
Okay. It's a 4.
28. It's a bit of a struggle. This final one is about going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but then Billion finally pulls in and manages to get the win.
Yeah. Woo woo. It's a good fight. She puts out her hand, shake it.
Take it. Ah, good. Good contest.
Good foe.
Lovely.
I respect
Good
you.
job.
Been watching you all day. I could say I respect you. So, good fight.
I like how in the other party there's only one girl, and in this party there's only one boy.
I've made that perception to
made that
Ciara
joke earlier.
last time I was at their house. I'm like, this is like the opposite party here.
Now
This
imagine
party is
what will
all-
happen when they come together.
This party is also a lot more violent.
I don't know about
A little
that.
bit.
Gilla, anything else you'd like to do?
Not really.
Okay. I managed to get my headphones trapped in my wheel, so that's fun.
I've had that happen. That
Keku,
sucks.
anything else?
As everyone's like winding down and like kind of like getting to the end of the little party we're having, Keku's gonna go into her room and pull out a sack and drag it into the middle of the living room and plop it down on the table. Keku have
What's that?
gifts. And Keku opens the bag.
Are
And
you
pulls
Santa
out-
Claus?
What?
Keku Santi. And she'll pull out 4 black feathers and hand them. Keku's friends.
Does she just have a sack of her molted
He's
feathers?
Yeah.
I'll make a fucking perception check. Can you see into the bag?
Keku,
I mean-
don't I suppose you have 3 extra, do you?
She goes back into the bag, pulls out 3 more.
Do you have? Do you have
Wait,
another
can I have
stick?
another one too?
I'm sure me babes will love them.
Keku hands another one to Billion.
Does Keiko have 6 more?
Oh my god, grabs 6 more out of the bag. You
Yeah.
notice the bag is getting lighter.
Also, I rolled an 18 on perception. Is that a bag of feathers?
Yeah, it fucking is.
Is it her pillow?
Yeah, it's actually her bed at this point because it's kind of like large, but it's kind of like a bean bag almost.
Well, in return, Fleer will pull the bow off the back of her head, untie it so it's just a big thick ribbon, and she'll give it to Keku. These will be for my little ones. Yes, I can do that for you.
She just sits in front of you and is like, tie the bow, tie the bow.
Ciara puts
Ties the bow for Keku.
Ciara puts one of the black feathers in her hat, and then
You're just feather in your cap.
and then she pulls one of the seashells out of her hair and gives it to Keku.
Keku like puts it in her little feathers at the top of her head, just by the bow.
Billion has no gifts, but she's definitely going to tie it into the braided part of her hair.
Thank you for giving me so many good stories to tell me wee ones, Keku.
Keku always have stories.
Yellow will pin his to his helmet.
Aw.
Clear will sew hers actually into the patch on her smock when she gets a chance.
I can't believe I hadn't done it yet. When Gila puts it in his helmet, Ciara like kind of slaps the front of his helmet so it like goes down on his head because it's so big on him.
Every time.
You should get a helmet that fits.
You know
I
how
know, I
hard
think
it is
it
to
fits
find a
quite well.
helmet in my size?
Better than a pot.
You are quite wee.
And
Piece
it was
of metal, maybe? Strap it on there.
And as you
Where the fuck is
all
Donald Fire?
enjoy your night, Keku has made some new friends. I think you've all made some new friends as well. And maybe we'll see everybody here again one day. I think that brings us a close to Keku's adventures in hunting and parenting.
Yay!
Aw.
Thank you all for joining me for this one shot.
It was so
Thank you.
funny.
Thank you for bringing amazing characters, everybody.
Yeah.
God,
can't
this was
wait
fun.
I can't wait till the court gets back and they just hear Keku talking about all these fucking wild people she met. She's like,
Keku
Keku,
telling the
grab
stories
it.
how they killed a bunch of people.
Matt,
Keku-
thank you so
Yes.
much for committing to that voice.
The fucking meatwad accent.
I can't believe I had to leave at first. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do about that. Thanks for fucking me up, dude.
Callie, thank you for letting me do this one shot with Keku again. I'm sorry you didn't get to make a new character.
No, it's good. It was so much fun.
I hope all of you will join for a very special Taking a Spring Peek next week.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Now that's a Thanksgiving if I've ever had one.
Yeah.
so the night comes to a close. And next time we are back in Spring Keep, we'll be back with our other party as they make their way from Morganwald all the way to Freya Noon. I want to thank everybody for stopping in here tonight, and we'll see you all next time.
Fuck yeah.